All right. Hello, everyone. Shalom, everybody, and peace of Christ to all of you. Peace for those who love peace, and no peace for the wicked man, the Lord said. Today, we are going to examine how smart is Allah and His Prophet and the religion of Islam. And actually, we have already with us in Discord a Muslim. His name is MJ. And he joined us today to tell us how smart Islam is. Are you there, MJ?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my brothers and sisters in Islam. Today I've joined this debate, actually not primarily to discuss Islam. I had a question for the Christian Prince, and we'll see if he's able to answer this question without running to the Quran or Sunnah, which we know he will do. But we're gonna maintain and continue debating on this topic. I had a specific topic in mind, so I'm going to ask you, Christian Princess, if it's okay for me to raise this topic.
Well, you can raise anything you want. However, as you see, I have a title for my Discord today. Is Islam a smart religion? Is Allah smart?
Okay, so this is not a general live. This is just about a specific topic, how to be a smart Muslim.
I don't care if you are a smart Muslim or not, because you might be a smart Muslim, but that will not make your God smart.
So why are you saying we'll see how smart Allah is when you're debating with me? That's the question.
Yeah, I mean, can you show me how smart Allah is?
No, I'm not here to prove how smart Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is. We don't compare anything with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and He's smarter than everything. He's Qadir on everything.
He is what? He is what?
Qadir on everything. He's all
Qadir?
on all things.
He's Qadir? Your God is Qadir?
I told you God is all-knowing, and God is knows everything, and He's all-powerful.
All right. Well, as long Allah is all-knowing, how come He do not know how many sleepers were in the cave?
Oh, He is all-knowing. That's what I said.
So they ask Allah how many sleepers in the cave. He could not answer.
Oh, you can show me the hadith, and we can look into that together. Or
this is a da'if hadith.
Oh, then don't bring it up in the first place. See, this guy brings up the da'if hadith. But maybe you can give me a sahih one. If there is one.
I don't know if I can find a sahih. Let me see.
What's the point
so
of
what do you mean? What do you mean by da'if hadith? If I brought you da'if hadith, are you saying to me your prophet's his words is not authentic?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if the hadith is da'if, we cannot know if it's 100% reliable or if it's a could be an unreliable hadith here. So it has a weak chain of narration.
Are you reliable?
In what sense? Yeah, I'm reliable as what I'm saying.
So I'm asking you, how many sleepers in the cave? I want to take your reliable answer.
Yeah. So I'm asking you, what are you referring to? Which hadith?
So you are coming to debate me. You claim that you know Islam and you wanna debate me about Islam, but you do not know what I'm talking about.
I'm not sure if anyone here heard me. I never said I know everything about Islam.
So
I'm saying if you're making a claim, then you gotta substantiate that claim.
So are you saying you never heard of the story of the cave, sleepers of the cave?
I'm telling you, if you want me to answer to a question, you're gonna have to substantiate the evidence. I'm not gonna substantiate the evidence.
No problem, but just tell me, have you ever heard the story before or not?
Yes, I've heard a story of the sleepers.
So give me the answer. How many 7 sleepers are?
It's in Surah Al-Kahf, actually, in chapter 18. Yeah, so are you gonna...
How many sleepers there are?
I can't tell you, but I'm asking you, like, are you gonna give me the verse and your
as long
claim,
you said you know, as long you said you know, well, give me the answer.
I'm familiar with the story, so yeah, I'm not familiar with the exact amount of sleepers. Yeah.
This is in chapter 18 and in the Kahf. Okay, give me now the answer for it.
See Al-Kahf. Yeah, which verse is it again?
Any verse you want. Because I want the number. I don't care for verse, I care for the number. How many are they, the 7 sleepers?
Okay, so I gotta read which verse it is first in order to respond, no?
Okay.
Okay, so are you referring to a specific verse, or because unless you want me to read the whole
your Quran speak about 7 sleepers. Are they 7?
It says here, they will say there were 3, the 4th of them being their dog, and they say there were 5, the 6th of them being their dog. Guessing at the unseen, they say they were 7, and 8th of them was their dog. My Lord is most knowing of their numbers. None knows them except a few. So do not argue about them except with an obvious argument, and not inquire about them among the speculators.
Okay, so what is the number?
Of what? Sleepers?
Yeah, they are asking him, they are asking your prophet about how many sleepers in the cave. What is the number?
It's actually different, because this verse is it indicates that the different groups are speculating about the number.
I don't care about the groups. What is the number? What is the number?
I'm gonna answer if you calm down.
Okay.
So they mentioned 3 different possibilities here. I could understand it just by reading the verse itself. Okay. So it gives us 3 possibilities. One is 3 sleepers and their dogs. One is 5 sleepers and their dog. One is 7 sleepers and their dog. It says Allahu alam. Allah knows, and don't argue about them except with an obvious argument. So that's the answer.
What the answer?
It literally tells you God knows. My Lord is most knowing of their number.
So if I go to a test and I am now the all-knowing, they ask me a question, choose it from A, B, C. The answer is Allah all-knowing. That is the answer.
But no, that's not exactly what happens.
So give me the answer. Okay, so which one of them is the correct one?
I already told you. They
Which
are
one?
asking, and he's saying there are, the verse indicates that there's 3 possibilities here. Okay, 3, 5, and 7. But
Yeah.
Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he says Allah knows, and don't make an argument unless you have an obvious, unless you know. So if we don't know and only Allah knows, how are you asking me to answer the question? How are you?
So you're a prophet, he do not know.
No one said the prophet doesn't know. He might have had the knowledge from Allah, but he doesn't respond to this.
No, he responds
Allah
already.
knows.
No, he responds.
Okay, wait. Let's say the prophet doesn't know. What is the issue?
Well, you said to me in the beginning that Allah is all-knowing and Allah is
and Muhammad
Qadhi.
sallallahu alaihi wasallam is
So
not
how come
Allah,
he could
so
not
what's the issue?
answer? I mean, why it is a mystery? We cannot answer such a simple question. Same time, what kind of an Arabic writer he say this? Some they say
wait.
3 and their dog is the 4th. In which language you say a dog is number 4? You say number 4 is, you say their leader because he's one of them. You say their number 4 is the driver if he is, because a human like them. But you don't say the dog is number 4. So it's stupid Arabic.
Actually, you can. It's not stupid Arabic.
No, you cannot. No, you cannot.
The only
No, you
stupid
cannot.
statement here.
No, you cannot. You cannot. The 4th,
You can.
when you say the
yeah.
4th, you say the 4th is a dog. That means all of them are dogs.
The argument here, it doesn't. I already told you that it tells us that Allah knows, and you're presupposing now that Muhammad is Allah by not answering how many dogs there are. So you see
No,
the,
I'm not
the
supposing
false
Muhammad.
argument here.
The one is talking here is Allah. But you just said, everybody heard you. Muhammad said, which means this Quran is a fabrication of Muhammad. Allah is saying or Muhammad saying. You keep repeating over and over saying Muhammad said. But this is Allah talking.
Allah tells us that. Okay, so Muhammad is speaking of the Quran, right? Of Allah's words. And he's saying Allah knows, okay?
So
there's no issue
how
here.
many,
He's saying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows.
Is only Allah knows the number?
Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows the number. According to this, it seems so, yeah.
Guys, he
He
said,
says,
only
my
Allah.
Lord is most knowing. My Lord is most knowing of their number. None of them knows except a few. Oh, except
Exactly.
a few.
So Allah is not all-knowing. Allah is not all-knowing. There is a few people knows, but Allah is the last one to know.
No. If you know something,
Yes.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows something. Does it mean that I'm all-knowing now and everyone knows
No,
something?
no. We are talking about this because, yeah, if you are all-knowing, I mean, this is a simple thing. What is the problem? Say they are 4, say they are 7. Say it. What is that like a mystery? Is it like an army secret we have to hide? It's a story
The
happening.
Trinity is a mystery, not the Quran. But thank you for acknowledging that. Yeah, the Trinity is a mystery. Yeah,
Why it's mystery?
not the Quran.
What?
I'll tell you why it's a mystery, because you have a paradox in the Trinity that you yourself
So he
you
could
can't
not.
resolve.
So you see, he could not. He could not
I answered
answer.
you. I answered
He
you.
want to
I
switch
told you.
to the Trinity in 2 seconds.
You asked me about. You asked me
see,
what
no,
is.
I'm saying
you
this
asked me what
is
it
a
is, I
simple
answered you.
number. How many rabbit in the cave? This is not.
I told you,
This is not
Allahu
about
a'lam.
Trinity. This is not about the nature of God. This is simple. So how many in the cave your God could
And you
not
read
answer?
اقرأ. It says, the Lord, my Lord is most knowing of their number. None of them knows except a few.
All right. So Allah is not only don't know, but there's a few people know, but Allah do not know, and that's why He do not
What
give
does
the
it
answer.
say? Wait. You have a screenshot open. I'm glad, because now everyone can read
Where,
with us. My Lord
where
knows
it
the
say,
best
their
number.
That's why I'm asking you, what is the number? If Allah know, what is the number?
So why are you asking me? You're supposing I'm Allah.
What?
You're saying I'm Allah because
No,
Allah
the
knows. I told
people,
you Allah knows.
the
I'm not
people
Allah.
already, if you read the interpretation, people already ask Muhammad, what is the numbers of the 7 sleepers? Obviously, there are 7. Obviously, they are 7. So your God, because he do not know, this is Muhammad fabricating Quran. If he was afraid, if he say 3, he will be wrong. If he say 5, he will be wrong. If he say 6, they will be wrong.
So what did he say? What did he say?
He did not give an answer.
Exactly. So he's not wrong. He didn't fabricate the Quran. He
No,
says
this is why.
Allah knows.
This is why he did not give an answer, because he do not know the answer. If I know the answer, what is drama for? Just say their number is 7. That's it.
No, you just explained why he didn't say it. Like you just self-refuted
No, he
yourself.
did not explain. He did not explain.
You explained to us that if he would answer,
Okay,
he would
show
be
me
wrong.
the explanation where he explained why he will not answer. Go ahead, read it.
I never. You literally gave me the explanation yourself from your subjective understanding. I never made the claim.
You said Allah explained. You said to me he explained.
I hope this is recorded. I never said Allah
Sure, it's recorded.
it.
Sure, it's
I said
recorded.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows. Now
Okay,
everyone will see how you're a liar here,
How
right?
we know if Allah knows or not if he could not answer the question?
He knows, but it doesn't have to prove his knowledge to you. What
Hold
makes
on.
you think Allah
You
subhanahu wa
just
ta'ala
said,
needs to prove the knowledge for them?
Allah do not need to prove the knowledge for you. So you are saying to me, when you Muslim, you say Allah is all knowledgeable. He never proved his knowledge to you.
No, that's not what I said. I told you in this specific verse that you're speaking about.
Okay, you
Allah
know what?
subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't
I'm
reveal
going to save
the
you.
exact
I'm
specific
going to save you and rescue your
No, you don't
God.
need to save me. No, you
Sure,
don't need to save me. I already saved myself.
Can you give me
Alhamdulillah.
something? Can you give me something Allah he knew?
Allah knows everything.
Can you give me an example?
Well, what are you specifically referring to?
I don't know. It's up to you. I'm giving you freedom to prove to me that Allah is knowledgeable.
Yeah. Allah knows that the Trinity is false. That's what He knows.
Well, no, even this one he got it wrong, because according to the Quran, the Trinity is Mary and Jesus and Allah. In different verse, Allah contradicts himself. He says Allah, and the Christian, they say that the Messiah is Allah. So don't try. So even this one, you
I'll
got.
explain this to you because you don't have to seem to have read this.
Even this
But
one.
let me explain to you.
Even this one. No, you see, everything need explanation. Did your God Allah get the Trinity correct? Did your God Allah?
Of course. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala got it correct. I'm going to explain
to you. So what is the Trinity in the Quran? What is the Trinity in the Quran?
I'm going to explain it to you. Some people, they worship Maryam, okay, and Isa.
Who is the one? Who is the one who worship Maryam?
I personally know Christians who do it. I'm a first-hand source material.
You are a big fat liar. Prove it.
No, lying is haram in Islam. Lying in Islam
Listen, lying is allowed in Islam. Even I can show you from the Quran. You can take a false oath. So listen.
It's different from what we're referring to.
Taqiyya is different. So taqiyya, I'm not talking about taqiyya.
By the way, everyone here is using taqiyya. Can someone
You
explain
can
to me
lie
what
to your
taqiyya is?
friends. You can lie to your enemy who's left. So now listen, answer. So now, where you can find me the Christians who worship Mary?
I told you, I have Christians who worship Mary, and there are
denominations
that worship.
You are a big fat liar. Name the church.
This is what happens when he gets it wrong.
Name the church. They worship Mary.
Wait, guys, you're witnessing this, right? Even
so
Christians,
now,
you're witnessing it. So now he's using an hominem. He's saying, "Oh, you're a big fat
now,
liar."
Look, he could not name for us who worship Mary. But let me tell you how silly what you said. Because now you just said that Allah, he knew only one Christian according to you, he worshiped Mary. But all the Christian, they worship not Mary. So your God is not all knowledgeable. He is a Abdul like you. He do not know anything. So I challenge you again. Let us start.
I already answered this.
No, you did not answer. You did not answer. No, because your God, he says the Christians say. The Christians say.
You're claiming that I said that every Christian worships Mary. I never said every Christian worships Mary.
There is no Christian saying we worship Mary. All the Bible in front of us, the Bible never mentioned Mary to be God in any way, any mean. Even Jesus, he called her women.
Okay.
He didn't even call her mother. He did not even call her mother. So now listen. I will give you a chance to rescue.
Chill out.
I will give you. Don't be a kid. Don't be a kid. I'm speaking to you.
I don't need a rescue. I'm answering you.
I'm speaking to you.
You're trying to speak over me.
All right, listen. I'm giving you the chance to rescue your God. Give me.
I don't need to rescue my God. I mean, your God is the one who needed rescue, not me.
Until now you
but don't conflate our beliefs.
Until now you fail to tell me what God knows. What your God knows. Give me something sure.
I already told you, Allah knows everything. He knows the
Give
past,
me
He
an
knows the
example.
present, He
Give
knows
me an
the
example.
future.
Like
But
what?
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't have to prove to you what He knows.
How come Allah do not even know how the baby is made?
Wait. Are we sticking to the Trinity? Because I asked you, and you now are running.
How
Okay.
Allah is all knowledgeable, but He thinks that the baby is made in such a silly way.
So can I respond to the previous question, or are you gonna keep running here? Because I already
I
explained
am
to
the
you
one who
some
asked you
Christian
the question.
denominations. I
am
never
the
said
one
all
who asked you the
Christians,
question. You never asked any.
and I'm the one responding. I'm the one responding. No,
You are not
Am I
responding.
the
You
one
did not
responding?
respond. I asked you about the seven sleepers. You says Allah all knowing. I said to you, show me one
I
thing Allah He
not?
knew. You said to me the Trinity. This one He got it wrong because He said we worship Mary. And
I'm
now,
gonna explain to you.
And now
I never said
I
everyone.
am asking you. I continue my slaughter to your God as a sacrifice for today. So now,
Wait,
do
chill
your
out, chill
do
out.
your God.
You guys, you're witnessing what's happening here,
Do
right?
your God.
I can explain to you what's going on here, but don't worry. I'm gonna be
do
nice with you,
your
okay?
God.
Because
I
I'm gonna
challenge
embarrass
to give me
you
the
publicly.
Christian.
Don't worry.
I challenge you to give me the Christian, the church name who worship Mary.
Wait.
You fail.
Chill out.
So now,
Yeah, chill out.
What
I never said a
kind-
Christian church. I
what
never said.
kind
Like, you
of-
see this
what-
guy?
listen,
He's
listen.
making his own interpretations and claims. I never said. Wallahi, I never said every Christian does. Astaghfirullah. I would never lie about that. I
name
said
for
some
me one
Christians,
Christian.
and
name,
I know
name,
a Christian.
Name for
There are
me.
plenty,
Okay, name for
plenty
me
of
the Christian
Catholics,
potato.
plenty of
Name
Orthodox.
for me the Christian who worship Mary.
There are plenty of Catholics and Orthodox who
You are
pray
a
to
big,
Mary
you are a
directly.
big fat liar. We can
I'm
go
not
to the,
saying everyone does.
We can go to
I'm
the
not saying everyone
Vatican
does.
website. You are a stupid liar.
Wait,
I don't talk to
wait.
liar. Prove to me. Okay, in front of everybody. Can you
This
show
is an
me
embarrassment.
a cat? Okay,
This is an
hold
embarrassment.
Hold on. Can you show
I can
me?
show you. I can show you. Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Show
yeah.
me from the
Yeah.
Vatican website that they worship
or
Mary.
Orthodox and Catholics, some of them pray to Mary.
show
Now,
me,
is that not worshiping
show
Mary?
me that the
Answer the
Catholic
question. No,
and
don't
the
run,
Orthodox-
don't run, don't
You are
run.
making the whole bigger now.
Don't
Guys,
run,
he
don't
said
run,
the
don't run.
Catholic and the Orthodox. Show me the Orthodox
run,
worship
don't run.
Mary.
Don't run. I
Show
told
me.
you there are Catholics and
Show me
Orthodox who
potato.
pray
Show me
directly to Mary.
potato. Show me where the Catholic they say Mary is God or the Orthodox. Otherwise, apologize for being a donkey.
I'm not a donkey. The only donkey
Then
is
prove-
you for not understanding the
prove-
argument itself.
Don't tell me
I already
understand.
explained
You
to you.
have to prove what you say.
I myself
You
am a
have
witness
prove.
to people who worship
Apologize
Mary.
for being a liar
Okay?
donkey like your prophet. Apologize right now.
I don't apologize to stupid people like you. Don't
So
worry.
you are a fabricator like your prophet. You are a fabricator. You are a liar.
You see this as an embarrassment. I came here.
Exactly.
I'm supposed to speak to the prince.
Exactly. So you keep
Now I'm
running.
speaking to the princess. What's going on? It's
Here
not
we
a
go.
prince
You want to
anymore.
call me
This is a
princess?
princess.
You want to talk about
Yeah,
princess?
you are a princess.
You want to talk about princess?
You are a princess.
Who is
Now
the
let
one
me
who
explain
put,
to you.
Who is the one who put
Let me explain
eyeliner?
to
Who is
you.
the one who put
Let me
eyeliner
explain
on
to
his
you.
eyes 3 times a day?
Let me explain
Muhammad.
to you. Let me
Who is the
explain to
one
you.
who
Let me
wear
explain
women
to you.
clothing? You're a prophet.
If you want to have,
Listen,
okay, who's the
listen.
one who got cursed like Satan? Oh, it's
Listen,
Jesus in the
listen,
Bible. Who's the one who prayed to God? Oh, it's
listen,
Jesus in the Bible.
listen,
Whose
Muta-
God got hungry? Oh, it's not
listen,
Allah
Muta
subhanahu wa
boy.
ta'ala.
Listen, Muta
Whose
boy.
God had to sleep?
Here
Whose
we
God
go.
had to hit the toilet? Yeah?
Prove
You want to
it,
go that
prove
way?
it,
We can
prove
go
it,
that
prove
way.
it.
Yeah, we can go
Okay,
that way.
hold on,
Okay,
hold
here,
on, hold on.
Galatians
You see,
3:13.
you are a coward. You are
See?
a
Galatians
coward like you're a
3:13.
prophet. You want to
no.
shout? You want to shout?
No.
Show
No,
me.
Galatians 3:13.
Oh, what I'm asking you for. Prove what you said.
Galatians
Can
3:13.
you
God
prove?
is a curse.
Can you prove
Yeah,
what
I can.
you said?
Look in the chat. Open the chat. Christ has redeemed us from the curse of law, having become.
Just get out of here. I'm not going to spend the day shouting. Take the recording and post it to everybody. Allah do not even know how the baby is made. Coward potato. I lost my voice before I start. You do not know how many sleepers. I mean, they told you there are 7 sleepers. The donkey Muhammad don't dare to say. Allah knows best, and few know their numbers. So what the number? We are waiting. I said to him, okay, give me any proof that Allah he knew anything. He said he knew the Trinity. I said, you stupid. In the Quran, the Trinity is Mary, Jesus, Allah. And the stupid Quran think that Allah he married from Mary and they have a baby, his name is Jesus. I mean, even a simple thing, a kid he knew. And then to cover it, he lied. He says the Catholic and the Orthodox, they worship Mary. And then I said to him, okay, no problem. I will give you a chance. Go to the Vatican website or to the Patriarch of the Orthodox website and show me where it says we worship Mary and she is part of the Trinity. He don't want to do that. He says, me, myself, I know Christian. Who is that, the Christian? Christian Abdul? I'm not going to spend my day shouting with a stupid idiot like you. You're just a kid. Aisha. And then, because now he's in the corner, he start calling me princess. But guess what? It's your prophet who dress women clothing. I can show you the reference, not like you. I can show you Muhammad putting eyeliner. You want to be pretty. I can show you Muhammad kissing men down their belly. I can show you that Muhammad, he have an imam as a gay. And I can show you that even all the family of Muhammad are a bunch of homo, and even homo they used to stay all day long in his house. Here we say things, we prove it. Abdul, when you say something to Christian friends, get ready, potato. Your God know nothing. Look how the baby is created. I never saw stupidity like this. When I say to him, okay, you see, I did not even pick up my cherries because Quran full of cherries. Quran is a cherry book. The Muslim always, they say to me, you are picking up your cherries, but I cannot pick up cherries unless there are the cherries. So your book is all of it the cherries. So I gave him a freedom. I said, give me anything. He said, I said to him, give me a proof that Allah is all knowledgeable. Give me something. He failed. He chose the Trinity. He is coming here. He think he can talk about the Trinity, and the Trinity will save his God from being exposed. The Trinity is very simple. God is a 3 and 1. If you say how, well, how Allah have a hand? Allah have a foot for what? To walk with it. Allah have a hand for what? To clean boogers with it. Or to give Muslim fingers. You cannot, you don't Muslims, you don't even dare to answer how Allah is said. Do you see how hypocrite you are? So you want to speak about logic. When the Quran says, Ala al-arsh istawa, we ask the Muslim, what does that mean? He say, we are not allowed to ask. Really? Are you? Even this one, how Allah, he said they don't dare to answer it. But they are so much into logic when you speak about the Trinity. So they wrote books even about the word istawa, chapters, because they didn't know what does that mean. Allah, he created everything in earth, and then to the sky istawa. Okay, what istawa here? Rose over. Oh, Allah was down? I mean, when they try to fix it, they make it more horrible. Do you see how stupid Islam is? They say to you that Allah is the creator, he cannot enter his creation. So what he was? If he went over, that means he was down. And this will remind me where Muhammad, he said, sit down, act differently. The Prophet was praying in a funeral. A Jewish rabbi, he walked by. He said to Muhammad, this is how we do it. What? That's all what he said. This is how we do it. What Muhammad, he said? Sit down, act differently. Like, what the heck? He changed the way to pray just because a Jew, he said, this is how we do it. Which means Muhammad, he noticed that he got busted. He is praying the way the Jews, they pray. If Muhammad is praying according to Allah teaching, how you change it just because a guy, he said, this is how we do it? Do you see it? Okay, I will invite you again, but you promise me not to shout and not to don't make me repeat the question 1,000 times. Is that fair, guys? Oh, what I'm asking you, don't make me shout, and there is no need to talk, princess. You talk like this, I will insult your prophet. I promise you. All right. So now,
how about you let me ask you a question and we'll see how you run?
Already we have a question.
Let me ask you a question.
Already we have a question. We finish it.
Explain.
We finish it.
Explain it.
Listen.
Yeah, don't run. Explain the paradox within the Trinity. If you can solve it, I'll become Christian. Wait. If you can solve it, I'll become Christian.
Okay.
If you solve it, I'll become Christian. Yalla, are you ready?
We don't accept donkeys. So now.
Okay, don't accept yourself. Yalla, leave Christianity.
We finish this one and we will go to your question. I promise you. Go ahead.
You will never go to my question. Last time you did when I joined on another account, you ran and you kicked me off. We know this. We know this. Everyone witnesses. Even your own Christians, they came to me in DMs and said, you're the most logical Muslim.
All right.
And Christian Princess doesn't make sense.
You see, you're calling
now,
the princess again.
Let's go to the question.
Okay, your father.
Go to the question.
Go and bite the penis of your father. Is that happy?
Yalla, let's go to the question.
You insulted me.
I never insulted you. I called you a princess. Are you not a princess? Are you not a princess?
Do I?
You sure seem like a princess. So let me ask you the question now.
Do I put eyeliner?
Wait, chill out.
Do I put
princess.
eyeliner like your prophet?
Princess.
Do I put
chill out. Let me ask the question, okay?
Go, son
Are you gonna let me ask the question?
You are a whore like your mother. You are insulting me to insult you. Why? Because you are a whore. If you come and speak normally, you will not be insulted. I'm princess, your son of Muta. Shall I show you your prophet kissing men down their belly? Naked? Shall I? Shall I show you your prophet putting perfume and eyeliner because you want to be pretty? Shall I show you? Here we go. Watch. You try to insult me, I return it to your prophet. The Muta boy. The one who nobody knows his father. He was born 4 years after his father's death. This is your prophet. Am I lying? The reference in front of you. When you say Christian princess, you have to prove it. This is your prophet. What he do? He take off his top, and the man who have naked top, hugging him, kissing him, and they are doing down, 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 down his belly. And what is the guy saying? Oh, Prophet of Allah, this is how I like it. This is how I want it. If you see Christian Prince hugging a man, and both of them, they are topless, and then one of them is kissing the other one all over his body and rubbing his chest with his back and kissing down his belly, then you can call me princess. So who is the princess? Princess Mohammed. So you call me names to insult. Here we go. You brought a disaster to your prophet. Your prophet is a homo. In fact, he used to leak. And he used to put a diaper. The Muhammadan, they try to avoid the embarrassment. Let me answer the Trinity, because if I'm talking, he will not let me answer, if he is here. The Trinity is very simple. Explain the paradox of Trinity. And now if I explain it, he will accept? No. But who cares? He's a donkey. I mean, those guys, they drink camel urine instead of wine. They eat the shit of the camel of Aisha instead of cake. And when they want to go to the bathroom, they have to say a prayer, otherwise shaitan will play with their anus. And they think that hail is coming from mountains in heaven, and Allah break it down and send it on us. And they think that the thunder is an angel, he worship Allah. And they think the sun set in murky water, and they found where the sun set, and they built a dam between us and Gog and Magog, and all the garbage the Quran has, and Allah could not even answer how many they are, the seven sleepers. Yet, are you going to expect a donkey, who their prophet said to them, if you raise your head before the prayer, before the Imam, Allah will make your head a head of a donkey? Look how Muhammad is even making fun of them. He don't respect them. Muhammad treat them the same as a bunch of donkeys, because who in the world wanna believe such a stupid thing Muhammad saying? Muhammad, he made a threat just to make them obey him blindly. The Prophet said, isn't it he who raised his head before the Imam, afraid that Allah may transform his head into that of a donkey? If you open your camera, I am 100% sure that you have a head of a donkey. Now go into the Trinity. This is why I'm giving you a presentation, why when you speak to a Muslim, you are speaking to a donkey. It doesn't matter how many times we answer the same question. The Trinity, Trinity. They try to avoid speaking about Islam because they think this is where they can flourish. The Trinity is very simple. The same as the sun is light and heat and a star in the same time. But the light come to us, it exists here. The heat arrive to us through the light. But it's a heat by itself. And the sun is the sun, but all of them, they are the sun. And this is not how God is, for, we are just making it in a simple way. Our God is all powerful. So he can be 3 and 1 in the same time. He can be 3 person. You cannot, because you are a donkey. Your God cannot have a son without having a girlfriend, for he is just a donkey. My God can have a son without having a girlfriend. So when we explain the Trinity, how a Muslim can understand, yet he is drinking camel urine. Everything around us is based on the Trinity. If we have no water, no light, no earth, we are dead.
If he was all powerful, why was he killed?
Was what?
If he was all powerful, how was he killed?
I don't understand anything. Your mic is muffled. Hello? And don't speak so fast. Why you are running so fast? If he is all powerful, how he was killed? Okay, switch your mic on. Go ahead. Switch your mic. Talk. Stay away. Keep a distance. Can you lower your mic, because it's so loud, I think, and that make it distort.
Okay.
Okay.
If he was all powerful, how was he killed?
I don't know what's wrong with your mic, but anyway, Jesus said, I lay down myself. I lay down myself. Nobody can take it from me. So the Messiah, he laid down himself, and that you can find in John 10:18. So he wanted to show us the mercy, how much he loves us. Otherwise, nobody can kill him. However, the Messiah, he proved to us that he's all powerful, because no grave can hold him, and no death can take him. And even in your Quran, he is alive right now. Muhammad is not alive. Moses is not alive. Abraham is not alive, and Allah is not alive. So do you see how powerful is Jesus? Why Jesus is weak according to you, if he is alive right now in heaven?
He's alive because Allah lifted him, not because of his own will.
Prove it. Guys, he is saying, his mic, can you go and fix your mic to come back? Can you lower your mic? I like to talk to you, Yasin. But fix your mic, please. So guys, he said, Allah, because Allah allow him, prove it. I can claim I allow him. That talk is cheap. Anyone can say anything. Hey guys, I allow Allah to exist. I will write a book. It's called, I gave a permission to Allah to make Quran. What kind of answer this answer is? Allah gave him permission?
No, Allah lifted him.
What?
Allah lifted him.
I don't understand. Fix your mic, please. Fix your mic. I don't know. Are you using a microphone? If you are using a phone, take the microphone off the headset and use your microphone right away. Can you try? All right, here we switch mic. So as you see, guys, the Muslims, they say if Jesus is powerful, how he can be killed? Well, you cannot kill Jesus, because they killed the flesh, but God never died. So what happened is the resurrection of the flesh. So the death, when we say Jesus died in the cross, that is the flesh. But the Messiah, no grave can keep him, no death can take him, and no Satan can take him down. Not like Muhammad, not like Allah. So the Messiah is all powerful. He walked in water. He multiplied food. He healed the leper. He made the blind see. He resurrected people from death. He can tell you what you hide in your houses, and that's what the Quran is saying. In the top of that, the Quran confirmed that he is the creator. And yet they say to us how Jesus is all powerful. All right, Yasin, come back. I hope your microphone is working now. All right, try.
Okay, it's working.
All right, it's better now. Go ahead.
You said there are verses in the Quran that indicate that Jesus is Almighty.
Is the,
Can you show me these verses?
Did the Quran say that Jesus, he created from the mother earth? My friend, my voice is coming back from your speakers. I don't know why.
That's what I'm saying.
Why my voice is coming twice? Do
Can you hear me?
you have YouTube open?
No.
So why my voice coming twice?
Can you hear me?
I hear you, but when I talk, I hear myself.
Okay, that shouldn't be a disturbance to you.
Huh?
Okay, let's begin.
Anyway, listen.
You said that Jesus is all alive, and that's why.
Yeah, Jesus, he create life and he give life. Is that correct?
You said Jesus. No, it's not. In the Quran, it doesn't say that.
Read for me chapter 3, verse number 49.
Yes, but that is by the will of Allah, not by His own will. Allah gave many types of miracles, not only Jesus.
My friend, your voice is horrible. I can't understand anything. Sorry. Fix your microphone and come back. So as you see, guys, the Muslims, they have a statements in the Quran in more than one place that Jesus was able to create from the mud the bird, and he himself, he breathed into the mud and the bird become alive. When the Quran says that this is by the permission of Allah, it doesn't make any difference. This is a statement, there's no proof of it first, and it's a lie, obviously. Because Allah, if he is the one who gave Jesus the power, he should be able to give the same power to any of the prophets of Islam. And we will notice that the top prophet of Islam, Aka Muhammad, he have 0 miracle. 0. Do you know what 0? All the miracles the Muslim claim about Muhammad, you will find them in the hadith, and they are funny and hilarious. While Muhammad was having sex with a child, Jesus was making the blind healed, and he can see. He was resurrecting people from death. There's a video of Mufti Menk. I wish I can find it. He said that the Messiah, he waved his hands to the crowd, and there's thousands and tens of thousands are there, and all of them get healed just by waving his hands. If somebody have the video, share it with us. He just waved his hand. He did not say anything. He waved his hands, and tens of thousands healed. Allah could not heal Muhammad. Muhammad, he kept fainting all his life. This is why I call him the fainty prophet. Always he was sick. always he faint because obviously he have epilepsy and he is suffering from mental illness? Where was Allah if Muhammad himself was not be able to heal by him? So can we accept that the one is that the one he says that Jesus waved his hands? Coptic, just watch it from your side, please, and tell me which minute. Watch it from your side and tell me which minute so we can open it. So guys, look at this. The Messenger of Allah fainted when he was sick, but the guy is always sick, he keeps fainting. Then he wake up. And just to show you that Muhammad is suffering from mental illness, he said, he just woke up. Has the time for the prayer come? They said yes. He said, okay, tell Bilal to call for Adhan, because this is the slave, the black person, poor Abdul. And tell Abu Bakr to lead the people for prayer. Then he fainted. Then he wake up again and he said, has the time for the prayer come? They said yes. He said, okay, tell Bilal to call for Adhan and tell Abu Bakr to lead the people for prayer. Okay. Then he fainted. Then he woke up again and he said, has the time for the prayer has come? He said, yes. He said, oh, okay. Tell Bilal to do Adhan and tell Abu Bakr to do the prayer. Aisha, she could not take it no more. She said to him, listen, Abdul, you idiot. My father is a tender-hearted man. And if he stand in that place, he will weep and will not be able to do it. Aisha saying to him, shut up, you idiot. Just go back to sleep. Faint. If you told someone else to do it, it would be better. Then he fainted. Look, what? Do you see it? So who is the almighty, the all-powerful? Somebody saying, what about the Christian kings who marry children? Those are not the Christians, and they are not kings. They are pervert like your prophet. The Muslims, they try to defend their prophet, pervert Muhammad, saying there is some Christian kings. What make you Christian if you follow the Bible? If you follow Jesus? So those are not Christians, but you're a prophet. He claimed that Allah told him to F Aisha. Am I lying? Are you trying to defend your false prophet? Okay, what about you say to me there is a child molester, he is a priest. He will go to jail and he will go to hell. Jesus says it's better to put a milestone in your neck before you hurt the little ones. That's what Jesus said. So what if he's a priest? He's a child molester like your prophet. The only religion who defend a child molester, sex offender, a thief, a rapist, and even his own son, wife, he did not leave her alone, is Mohammedans. So who is now the all-powerful, the Almighty? Allah, who sent us the faint to the Prophet. He could not heal him, and then Muhammad died by poison. A Jewish woman, she bought a poison from Walmart for 10 cents. I heard she did shoplifting. She did not even pay for it. Where was your God? When you ask me about Jesus, Jesus says, nobody can take myself from me. I lay down myself. John 10:18. What Muhammad said? Oh, Aisha. Oh, Aisha. Oh, mommy. Oh, mommy. Oh, mommy, my orta. Oh, mommy, orta. Oh, mommy. The poison I ate, murder, cut in my orta. Where was Allah? Muhammad is crying for Allah with pain, according to Muslims, for 4 years. Whatever he eat, he throw up, because obviously the poison caused horrible damage in his organs. What poison does, It do damage in the organs. Whatever he eat, he vomit. The vomiting machine. The fainty Abdul. And now, Muhammad is dying, and Allah is nowhere to be found. Any Muslim? Oh, what they can, they just, insult me, but what that will do. Go ahead, Lee. Are you there? Pino.
I think he
What?
won't reply to him. Remove him.
Why?
He's not gonna. Because he has himself deafened and muted as well.
All right, no problem. Thank you. All right, thank you. Any Abdul? Oh, mommy, my Orta, oh, mommy, Orta, the Orta prophet. This is the all-powerful Allah. And Allah gave Jesus the permission to heal people. So Muhammad himself is sick all the time, fainty all the time, having diarrhea all the time, dying from poison all the time, and yet Allah is not there anytime. Let me call Allah. Taridim, 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 taridim. Assalamu alaikum. Zakir Naik. Prince, why you're calling me? I was calling Allah. Isn't it this is the number 1666? Prince, I told you one at the time I work for Allah. Okay, Abdul. As long you work for Allah, can I talk to Allah? As long you are his secretary. Prince, I am not his secretary because Allah don't like the secretary. So what he like? Slave. He like slave. Okay, slave. Listen, Abdul. Why Allah did not save the ass of Muhammad when the guy is sick all the time, fainting, vomiting, spitting, saliva coming from his mouth, the diarrhea? Where was Allah? First of all, Allah was busy. Doing what? Allah was doing shopping. Shopping. Exactly. He was buying female for them in the heaven. From where? Amazon. In Amazon now they are selling females. Are you sure? Amazon America don't sell it. Amazon Morocco they sell it. Morocco prostitution. Yeah. So Allah was busy. Exactly. Any Muslim can answer me? Where was Allah? And then you are asking me about Jesus, you potato. Muhammad Sambol saying that Islam respect other religion. Yeah, this is why the Quran call us animals and worse than animals. Isn't it your book says Kal An'am? Monkeys, najis, filthy. Islam, brother. We Muslim respect other religion. Yes, brother. In fact, there's a Abdul in YouTube. He made a video. They call him the Dawah guy. The Dawah man, something like that. He stood in the front of a bunch of cows and he said, he recited the Quran, where the Quran says that we are the same as animal. And he said, the brothers and sisters, what is the difference between the kuffar and those cows? And the coward behind him, he have a Mercedes Benz, but those guys don't work. Where's the money coming from? YouTube. So Mercedes Benz made by the kuffar. The camera he is using made by the kuffar. The microphone he is using made by the kuffar. The YouTube made by kuffar. And what is the benefit of the kuffar? What do you make, Abdul? So Yasin, did you fix your microphone? Did you fix your microphone? Let us see if Yasin fixes his microphone. Look like we have many Muslims in the chat. Let us invite them to the chat. Who want to join us? Any Abdul? Hey Habib, why you don't come to us and tell us about OLCB lovers? You have something for me? So we can laugh with you. You see, we are not coward like you. We smash your God, man. You are just a potato. You do jihad text. What about you make jihad, make love? Like what the Muslims do always. Muslim women, she said to me, so what if your voice is so sexy? I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. What? Another Abdul, he said to me, I swear by Allah, I'm going to expose you. And then what he did, he sent me a Muslim woman and she started showing me her breast, trying to tempt me. They said to themselves, maybe we can tempt him, record him. And she said to me, she is from Mexico. She want to convert to Islam. I said, okay. Said, can I talk to you, please, in Skype? I said, sure. And then she opened the camera. I said, why your camera is open? There's no need. She said, I know, do you want to go? Because each time I click to call you, the camera go on. So I don't want to lose talking to her. I felt sorry for her. She want to convert to Islam. And then this girl, she started, obviously she is pulling down her t-shirt to expand the space in her chest area. I said, are you okay there? And then I said to her, have you ever, do you know Arabic? She said, no. And all the way in the dark, the room behind her is like a long room. It's like maybe a big living room. All the way at the end, I saw the satanic verses of the Quran on the wall. She said she never saw Arabic before. But in her wall, she have Quran. And the second I asked her that, a guy, he opened the room, the door of the room to talk to her. He was speaking in Moroccan accent. So look how savage, trashy they are. They send me their sisters to do striptease to me, trying to tempt me, hoping they can get me down. Sit down, act differently. Go ahead, piano. Are you a Muslim?
Christian Prince. I'm a woman and I'm a Christian.
All right. How I can help you?
So I actually was listening to one guy that called you before. I guess it was the last one.
Yeah, I'm back, guys.
Who said, explain Trinity. Wanting to claim to the world that way Jesus can be God or something like that. You said yesterday, I was listening to you yesterday as well, you quoted a Quran passage that says, how do you tell people to worship me and your mother and something like that. Okay. I was also listening to Adam Sika, and unfortunately I can't tell you the Quran passage, but he quoted from that Quran passage saying Allah, who is nobody, promises in the Quran that is going to send every other god people worship to hell. Now, this same Allah, who has flight of thoughts, doesn't forgot that he claimed to have taken his eyes to his Jannah. Doesn't he know that Christians worship Jesus? But he says in that Quran verse that he's going to send every other god people worship to hell.
But how he will send them to hell if they are fake gods? If they don't exist? I mean,
but then he took Jesus to Jannah. Yeah. You see how the brain works. It seems the brain doesn't work at all.
Even in the case of the one who they are not exist, like they say the gods will not exist. Even in that case, how he can send somebody to hell if he is not exist, it's a stupid book.
Yeah, exactly. They don't know that they are worshiping Satan, honestly, because sometimes I imagine this scenario, yeah, that people will stand before the living God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they will say, "Oh, but he deceived me." And Satan will be standing there and say, "How can I deceive you? I wrote this also in the Quran. I wrote that in the Quran." Because every sentence you find in the Quran, you must find a contradiction.
Yeah.
There is I was reading, was it chapter 17, verse 16?
Okay.
Chapter 17, verse 16, I think it was, where it says, you will not be asked, or you will not be punished for our deed. I'm like, what? So how come they don't understand this one? Anyway, what I want to say, but I don't want to take much of your time, is in my church, a guy, I don't know if he called himself a Hindu or a Buddhist.
Okay.
He came and he got saved.
Wonderful.
What was his reason for seeking Jesus? His reason was he used to be involved in all this. They transcend. They can even see their spirit leaving their body while they are sitting down there doing, I don't know what they call it, doing their meditation or whatever they are doing, right?
Okay.
And he was fascinated by that. So a friend put him into it, and they went to India, and they got so much involved. This friend left his body, his spirit left his body, and he never returned. And that scared him. So I can imagine Hindus or Buddhists, they will not have the stupid questions the Muslims are having. Because if human beings, even though Satan cannot innovate, he can only imitate. If Hindus or Buddhists can go that far into this demonic thing, meditate, and then their spirit leave their body, and they know, okay, I am two persons in one, I don't think they will have the kind of brain damage like the Muslims that they will say, Trinity. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but let's go back to our topic. So thank you very much for
Okay.
sharing your thought with us. We have
Yeah,
MG.
welcome.
We have MG is back. Look like he wanna get more insult to his prophet by calling me names. So MG, are you going to insult me so I will insult your prophet in return? Are you there?
Of course not. I would never insult you, Princess. Prince.
Here we
sorry.
go. See, here we go. You're just a kid. You are just
My bad.
you are
Take
just
a
a
joke,
son of
take a-
Muta like your filthy prophet. You cannot make a dog a lion. You are just a dog. I'm trying to be nice to him. Maybe he will not insult. He cannot, because he is a filthy scumbag like he's a prophet. You just brought an insult to your prophet. A Muslim. What you can say? Garbage in, garbage out. Garbage in, garbage out. It was a slip of tongue. You Muslims have tongues since when? Well, I was trying to drag you from your tongue for 20 minutes to answer my question. I could not find your tongue. Where is your tongue? You were all over the place. Just go. Just let your dad call me. We don't want. We don't have time for kids. Isn't it enough what happened to you already? A disaster. Hey guys, how many of you will download the video of MJ and post it everywhere? Everywhere. Let us make him famous. He came to debate a Christian prince. And as the rest of them, we roast them. Do we have any good Mohammedan? He have little brain to use. Anyone?
CP.
Yes.
He called princess. The guy has Mary Jane as a name. He calls you a princess.
What MJ mean? I don't know.
Mary Jane. What else could it mean?
Mary?
MJ, Mary Jane.
Mean
Mary Jane, Jennifer, or something like that. So
I don't know. Anyway, what he meant is a different story. Let us not to jump in the stage, please, unless there is a necessity.
yeah.
Do we have any Muslims? Maybe he's not meaning that. Maybe his name is Macaroni under the Jeep of Christian Prince. You never know. It can be whatever. Or Muhammad is a joke. You know, or Muhammad Joker. Who care? Do we have any Muhammadan would like to join us? We made some progress. We made a lot of progress. Your God Allah, and don't you notice the progress you did? It turned to be that the Catholic and the Orthodox, they worship Mary as God and she is part of the Trinity. This is what you said. You made a big progress. Huge progress. Okay, Rusk, go ahead.
Hey, what's up, man? Just want to say I'm a fan of your work, and what you're doing is very good. And you know, a lot of people are fighting for your cause, and I also support your cause, man.
All right,
And
thank you.
I find your videos very interesting, man, and very informative. At least you do it in a clean way, you know, not abusing anyone, but you know, just putting out the information there, and that's very good, man.
All right, thank you very much. All right. Do we have any Muhammadan? Who is a Muhammadan would like to join us? Any adult Muhammadan, he can speak like a respected person. He have knowledge and courage, and maybe he can refute us. Anyone? You know, for me, I noticed that Muhammad have knowledge. As an example here, how Muhammad he knew that he is dying because of his artery. Specialist in medicine, medical. He did not say I'm dying because of my nose. Specific location. Hey, MJ, I gave you a chance many times. You are just a kid, stupid kid. I bet you are 6 years old like Aisha. May Allah bless her in the bed of Muhammad. Muhammad, you are a Muslim? Come and debate me. So what we did already? The Orthodox and the Catholic worship Mary, and your God do not know that how many they are, and Allah is all-knowing, and He do not know how the baby is made. Allah is all-knowing. Even He knew the Trinity. I mean, this is stupid so-called God. He could not get one thing right. Not even one thing. Even the birth of Jesus is wrong. Even how Jesus received the word of God in the Quran is wrong. Everything is wrong. Even the name of Jesus is wrong. Who is this guy, Isa? We never heard of him. Mary, the sister of Aaron. Who is Aaron? The brother of Moses. And Muhammad, when the Jews, they got him busted, they said, but Mary, there is hundreds of years between Mary, 1,000 years between them. How would she become his sister? Muhammad, oh, and Aisha, she said to Ka'b al-Ahbar, Kadhibt, which means you are a liar. He told her, there's hundreds of years between Mary and Aaron. So Aisha, she said to him, you are a liar, which means this is what Muhammad said, really. This is what he meant. But when Muhammad, he learned that this is what the Jews said, and he knew they knew their book very well, he said, oh, they were calling them by their great prophets. Aaron is the great prophet? But Muhammad was too late to fix it because he said that Mary, she is the daughter of Imran, which is the way Muhammad again pronounced wrongly the name Umram, which is the father of Aaron and Moses and Maryam. So Muhammad the idiot, he got everything in his book wrong. You know, even Muhammad, he think that Pharaoh is the name of the king of Egypt. And the Muslim, they say, how the prophet knew that he, you know, because at that time there was no, you know, I mean, one verse says king, the other verse says Pharaoh. Abdul, you're a prophet, you don't say Pharaoh only, he say Pharaoh, yeah, Pharaoh. So he think that Pharaoh is the name, not a title. If you go right now to the Quran, there's a guy, his name is Adnan Rashid. The potato, I challenge him to debate me. He says, I don't debate this guy. He said Muslims have AIDS. You are #1 customers for sex trafficking in the world. Prove me wrong. You go to Egypt for sex. You go to Thailand for sex. You go to any country in the world, not for tourism, but for one tourism, sex tourism. It was your sister, she was saying to me, the Christian prince is single because the Christian women have AIDS. So I gave her the answer. Who is #1? You have multiple partners, even by marriage. And #1 reason to have such a disease is multiple partners. If you stay with one woman, even if she is a girlfriend, not a wife, you will never have AIDS. What do you Muslims do? Mut'a, rented women, divorce, married tomorrow, go to Thailand. Everybody go to Thailand for the beach. The Muslim go where? To the bar. Decent. But look at this. If I type the word al is not even an Arabic word, but now is used in Arabic. This is an Aramaic word, which means family of. Look what it says. Do you see the word al here? All the yellow one is al. But how we can prove that al is only can appear in the name of, in front of a name of an individual, not title. Chapter 15, verse number 59. The family of Lut. Lut is a name, right? All right. 15, 16, 61. The family of Lut. This is Al again. All right. Al Yaqub. The family of Yaqub. Jacob again. So what Al mean? The families of Abraham. The family of David. Chapter 34, verse number 13. Do you see it? This is what Al mean. Oh, Alu Dawood, oh, family of David. So the stupid Muhammad, he put Al before the Pharaoh because Abdul Muhammad, he think that Pharaoh is the name of the guy. So he said, Ali Pharaoh, potato. Potato. Yasin is upset and he is calling me Bedos. That's a good one. Hey, Babos, you like it every day? How are you doing, Babos?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing better than Allah.
That's good for you that you're doing good. I have a question.
What the last thing we said, me and you, yesterday?
We spoke about the Trinity, didn't we?
No.
Oh, what did we say then? I remember you kicking me out when you couldn't answer the question.
No, because you have a radio machine. You don't even let me talk.
My bad, my bad. I'm gonna let you speak. I'll mute
All
my
right.
mic.
I will give you the question I gave to the one before you.
I have a question. I didn't come here
No,
to answer
no
questions.
problem. You know, we can exchange questions. No problem. So now,
Can I start if that's fine? Wanna hear
no,
you
I don't
because-
trust Muslims because Muslims, they never keep their promise.
Oh, this is nothing about trust. Like you can.
No, no, no,
I'll
no.
answer the
Because a
question like
Muslim, I don't trust Muslims. A person who trusts Muslim is a fool.
you can trust me. It's fine. It's fine.
Well, you Muslims killed the caliphate. You Muslims killed your prophet. You Muslims killed Ali. You Muslims killed Al-Hassan, Al-Hussein, the grandsons of Muhammad. You Muslims slaughter each other, rape each other, and you want to talk about you can trust me?
So it's what? Yeah. So can I ask a question?
What do you mean, yeah?
regarding-
What do you mean, yeah? You agree with me that you Muslims, you betray each other?
No, I don't agree with you. Can I ask a
So
question regarding-
when you killed Al-Hassan, Al-Hussein, is that betrayal to your prophet?
Why are you keeping going to the Quran?
Because you said you can
came
trust.
here to ask a question.
You said you can trust me. How I can trust someone? He killed
never
his
said I
own
can
people.
trust you.
He
I
killed his
said you can
own
trust me.
people. He killed his own people. Who killed Uthman?
Wait, did I kill Uthman or what's going on here?
No, you are a Muslim.
I'm a Muslim, yeah. So I'm
Okay.
asking you a
Are you
question. Can
against
respond to
are
it?
you against the one who killed Uthman?
The person who killed Uthman radiallahu anhu. Now, can I ask you a question?
Are you against the one who killed Uthman?
Can I ask you a question?
So you will not answer.
I have a I will not answer because I don't want to answer on certain things. But can I ask
Why
a
you don't want to
question?
answer? So why you are here?
I am told you I keep saying it over and over, but you don't listen. Can I ask you a question? That's why I'm here.
No,
To
you
ask a
cannot ask me
I
a
want
question until
clarification.
you answer me. Why you said I can trust you?
Okay, you can trust me because I won't lie to you.
Okay.
So don't worry about it.
You can lie to me because the Quran commands you to do so. Do you want me to show you?
No, the Quran tells us to not lie. But that's
All
another
right,
topic.
guys.
Can I ask
the
a question?
Quran.
regarding
Hold
Shihab?
on. No, I am here. I am here to bust the Muslims and their lies. That's what I do. When you say something, I'm ready to bust it right away. This is your Quran, chapter 3, verse number 28. It says, "You speak to them in a friendly way, while your heart dislike this." Is that how you lie? Is that how you
Okay,
lie?
sorry, my bad.
Huh?
I don't want to interrupt. I don't want to. Are we finished? Can I answer?
What do you
Okay.
mean?
Yeah, chapter 16, 116. And
Hold
for
on.
what your tongues describe, do not
Don't-
utter the lie. So
don't-
don't lie. It says in the Quran. Therefore,
Read,
you got your questions answered. Iqra, right?
read.
So did I give you an answer to that?
Read it. I'm giving you the answer. This is the
I'll read
interpretation.
it here. And for what your tongues describe, do not utter the lie. Here you go.
What,
the
what,
question.
what,
I read it in the chat.
What?
I read it in the chat.
What?
And for what your tongues describe, do not utter the lie. So don't lie. It says in
Okay,
chapter
don't
16,
lie.
verse
Or
116.
hold on. Is that don't
So
lie?
now since I answered the question, can you answer mine?
Is that don't lie? But you can lie. I can show you contradiction in the Quran. The Quran says you can take false oath as long as you don't mean it, which mean
No.
you can lie and you take an oath you don't mean it. Can I show you?
There's no
Shall I show you?
I'm fine. Thank you very much anyways. Actually in the Quran it tells us to keep our oaths, but if you want I can show you the reference for that.
All right.
But I don't think
Hold
that's
on,
what we're here for.
guys. The Quran says to you, you can keep your oath.
Yes, chapter 5 verse 89.
All right. Okay. Listen. So is breaking
I
your
gave you
oath?
the chapter and the verse. What's going on?
Okay, I will give you the. Hold on. We are talking.
Okay. Wait, can I just read? Allah will not call you to account for your thoughtless oaths.
Okay, hold on. Listen. So now,
Okay, my
is breaking the oath you make to Allah a big sin?
Sorry, what? I did not hear
Is
that.
breaking the oath you made to Allah a big sin or it's nothing?
If you sin intentionally, sorry, if you lie intentionally, that's a sin.
No. We're talking about the oath.
Yeah.
Is breaking the oath is a big sin?
Yeah, probably. I don't know if it's considered a major or a lesser of a sin, but it's a sin.
But it's a
Break
sin.
your oath.
So open for me chapter of At-Tahrim, verse number 1.
Which chapter?
At-Tahrim.
Okay.
Read it.
O Prophet, why do you prohibit yourself from what Allah has made lawful to you, seeking to please your wives, and Allah is most forgiving and most merciful.
What happened here? Tell us. Is it true that your prophet, he took an oath?
But it says, O Prophet, why do you prohibit yourself from what Allah has made lawful to you? This is
We heard you reading it. What happened? Is
Yeah.
it true? Is it true that here Allah prophet, he made an oath?
No, where does it say he makes an oath?
Shall I show you?
Yeah, I read it for you. I said, why do you? I don't know what translation you're reading. Maybe you should read.
I'm not reading
international.
translation. I'm not reading translation. You're a prophet. He took an oath. They found him having sex with Mary the Copt, and he swear by Allah he will not have sex with her again.
Okay, can you show me the proof for that?
All right. Are you saying to me I'm lying?
I never said you were lying. I'm saying
So,
if you're making a claim
so
because
if it,
substantiated with
so
evidence,
if it
is
is,
that not fair to
so
ask?
if it is a true, and you said it is a sin, but you are not sure if it's a big sin or a small sin, what kind of a prophet? He himself, he fabricate law and forbid as he wish. This is Al-Qurtubi, and this is a tafsir for the verse. And here it says that you're a prophet. He took an oath, false oath. Read.
I don't read Arabic.
What?
So can I ask a question now that I answered? Yeah, I
Read
don't
it, read it. Why you are escaping? What happened?
I don't read. I speak Arabic, but I don't read.
You speak Arabic, you don't read Arabic?
Yeah, I cannot read.
Okay. So she said to him, why you
wait,
forbid for you? Hold
I-
on. Why you forbid for you what is lawful for you? He was having sex with Mary the Copt. فحلف لها بالله ألا يصيبها. So he swear by Allah, he is not going to F her. Correct?
I'm not sure. I don't understand what's being said there, but
Read it. Read it.
Since I can't read what it all says there,
I show it to you. I show it to you in English.
Maybe you can translate it all together.
I show it to you in English.
Yeah, can you translate it all together? And by the way, what website are you?
No problem. I can give you the whole link. You can read it all and translate the whole page for you. Go ahead.
Can I ask you a question, by the way?
Don't change the topic.
I never said I was changing the topic.
All right.
I asked you, can I ask
So we are talking. Did your prophet give false oath?
No.
So why he swear? Why he swear? Why he swear and he broke his oath?
I don't believe he swore and
Read
broke his
it.
oath
This
in
is
that
your.
sense.
This is your book.
Yeah, but I think you're misinterpreting or misrepresenting.
This is the
Quran itself.
interpretation.
I don't
This
think
is the
you're actually
interpretation for
understanding
the
what it's
verse.
saying.
This is for the.
This is your
This is
subjective
not my
interpretation.
interpretation. This is your Islamic government website of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and this is Tafsir Al-Tabari. Do you
Can you
want?
send me the link so I can validate what you're saying?
I gave you the link in the chat.
Here. Okay, so in the meantime, can I ask you a question?
Don't.
How many times have I
What
asked, by the way?
meantime?
Is it
We are
10
in the.
times now? Is it 20
We
times?
are in the meantime.
Can I just say something, by the way? Last time I asked this guy
We
a question,
are in
he
the
ran from
meantime.
it.
We are
It's
in the
fine.
meantime. Abdul, don't try to play games with me.
I'm not playing games with you.
All right, answer. I give you the website.
Brother, let me ask you a question.
Don't call me brother. I don't have a brothers. They are satanic, demonic. They worship the devil.
Are your brothers satanic?
I am not a brother for satanic people.
Oh, how am I
Secondly,
satanic?
you just commit a fallacy and a lie because the Quran says.
Alice in a lie.
Yes,
That's funny.
the Quran says you cannot call the
Didn't
kuffar.
you commit a fallacy of straw man
You
here?
said,
Either?
brother, you call me brother. Do the Quran allow you to call me brother?
What?
Do the Quran allow you to call me brother?
I think it's referring to a specific context where it says you don't take them
I'm
as
asking
allies.
you.
It
Don't
doesn't
tell me
specifically
context.
say.
Don't tell me
I told
context. Give me the
He's
context.
asking
no
me,
problem.
but then he doesn't want me.
Listen,
Don't give me the context
listen,
and don't tell me the context. You're
Listen,
hearing
you
this,
give me
Christians.
the context. No problem. Is the
I'm explaining
Quran
to you.
allowing you?
You're not listening.
Is the Quran allowing you to call me brother?
How many questions are we going now? Because I answered
Because
like 4 questions now,
my
but you're
job
not
here
responding.
is to get you busted, and you keep lying.
So you're the liar here, not me. You're the liar here,
Every word you say is a lie. This is why you don't want to answer.
So you're already
Does the
presupposing everything I say is a lie when I answer
Does the Quran?
respectfully, okay?
Does the
Now, every
Quran?
Christian is witnessing
Does the
this, right?
Quran?
I'm answering
Does the
respectfully, but he doesn't
Quran?
want to go to the Trinity because he's scared. Right?
Trinity. They
It's
have nothing
okay.
but the Trinity. They
It's
have
okay. I'll
nothing but the
respond to you.
Trinity.
I'll respond to you. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Show me where in the Quran it tells us that we cannot take Christians as a brother specifically. The word brother. Find me the term brother.
What?
Show me the term where it says in the Quran that we cannot take Christians as brothers. I say brother as a brother of faith, not a brother of Islam.
Brother in face?
Yeah, in faith.
Faith.
Face.
Faith. Okay.
Okay, so now that I answered you,
all right.
are you able to answer
All
the
right.
paradox
Okay.
within the
Okay.
Trinity?
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah, Allah, he
The
said okay. He said okay. Let's go.
The Quran
Wait,
says.
what's going on? What's
First
going
of all, the Quran says you cannot even take me as a friend, so how you can call me brother? You liar. Here we go.
Prince.
Us. Listen. Here
Ask
we
your
go.
question. Will you answer?
Listen.
And
This is
stand
the
up for
chapter
Christians?
5. This is
Or
the
will you not
chapter.
answer?
Chapter 5, verse number 51 says, take not
Christians are
Christians,
witnessing, brother. The Christians are
take
witnessing.
not the Christians and Jews as a friends or protectors. So if
I
you
never
can,
said you're my friend. You're not my friend. Indeed, you're not my
so
friend.
I am your brother, but not your friend.
You're not my
Which
literal
one
brother.
is more closer?
You're a brother in faith. That's what I said.
Okay, let me ask you. If your
Now,
parents,
let me ask you now.
hold
I
on,
asked you
just to,
already,
just
but
to
you don't-
expose your lie, Can you take
There's
your
no lie.
mother? Can you take your mother?
Wait,
Can you?
chill out. Prince,
Can
Prince,
you?
Prince. I
Can
let you
you?
speak. Now you let yourself
Listen,
speak for a while, right?
listen.
You let yourself speak for a while.
Everybody
Now
will
let me ask the
see.
question.
Hold on. Everybody will see in a second
Let me
that you
ask the
cannot
question.
even take your family as a friends or brothers.
Wait. Actually, that's what Christianity says in the Bible. I can quote you the
Hold
verse.
on.
It tells you that no one can become a disciple unless they disobey or don't follow their own
I can
mother,
show you
brother.
the same hadith from your prophet. He was trying to copy
so
Jesus.
two fallacy.
I
Let's
can
go.
show you what your prophet said. Your prophet trying to copy Jesus.
By the way,
Potato, don't it change. Here we go. This is your God.
Insult he said in the previous debate with the other guy, right? He said insult. Now he's calling me a potato. Okay, princess, you want to play that game? Open Deuteronomy 36:10. It tells you to kill everyone who doesn't believe in Jesus, right? So
all right, hold on.
Open Deuteronomy.
If I show you that you can kill everyone in the Quran, what you will do? What you can do?
Open Deuteronomy.
All right. What if I show you Deuteronomy in the Quran? What if I show it you in the Quran?
They deleted it. Your Christian friends deleted it because they know.
I want you to condemn. I want you to condemn Deuteronomy. Say yes. Say yes.
Okay, I'll tell you. Can I respond?
No, condemn it and say this is satanic act.
Okay.
Condemn it and say this is satanic act.
Okay, I'll respond to you. Don't worry. You want to hear me response?
Okay.
Okay. If the Quran tells me to kill my own brother or son of my mother, as the Deuteronomy says, I will apply the same standard. But nowhere in the Quran does it say I'll kill my own brother if he is not a Muslim. Nowhere does it say that. Even it doesn't say to kill babies like it does in the Bible.
All right.
Numbers,
okay, let us take one. Let us take one by one.
Now let me ask you a question because I answered yours.
Hold on. You gave me the answer. You gave me the answer.
Thank you.
You admitted it. It is my turn. It's my turn.
You admitted it.
You told me
brother,
nowhere
you admitted it.
You said nowhere in the Quran it says to me I can kill my brother if he is not a Muslim.
You said when I answer a question, I'll be able to question now. We'll do the questions now. Okay. Now I have a question. Explain to me.
It's my turn.
Explain to me.
It's my turn.
Explain to me.
Do you want me to bounce you because you don't want to let me talk?
You had the turn, and now it's my turn.
No, because you said a lie, and my job here again is to get you busted. Can you confirm again that the Quran said you cannot kill your brother if he's not Muslim?
Okay, I can confirm.
You can confirm.
Or actually, let me ask you.
Hold on.
Where in the Quran does it say that?
Hold on. So now, when Al-Khadr, he killed a child, and he's a Muslim, he killed him because of what?
Show me where this is in the Quran. You said it's in the Quran. Show me. Yalla.
Yalla?
Yeah, show me.
You claim that you are a Muslim, you do not know where?
I'm asking you. I'm not going to substantiate evidence for your claim. You don't clearly
I just asked you the question.
You're asking me to substantiate evidence for your claim.
Did the Khadr kill a child? Is a Muslim?
I asked you, where does Islam teach this?
So you do not know.
I never said.
I don't know. Say I don't know.
I'll tell you. I never said that Muslims are perfect. I say Islam is perfect.
Say I don't know. I will show you.
No. I never said Muslims are perfect. I say Islam is perfect. Nowhere in the Quran can
Muslims
you find that.
Muslims are not perfect, neither Islam. Here we go. This is the Quran, chapter 71, verse number.
Tell me where it teaches that you can kill your own brother as it does in Deuteronomy.
What?
Show me in the Quran where it says like in Deuteronomy. Let me read the Deuteronomy. If your brother, the son of your mother,
okay,
your son or your daughter,
we will go there, and people will die looking at you.
It says your own soul.
Read
Stone
it
him to death.
Read it.
Okay, read it. So what does it say in Deuteronomy?
Just get out of here.
See?
I don't have time for kids. I mean, you coward. I put the screen in front of you, and you say what it says. You did not even tell me what I'm talking about. Deuteronomy is a book. And Deuteronomy says we kill every scumbag in the earth if he is a scumbag. As an example, a rapist must be killed. A person, listen to me, a person, he insult his parents. According to the book, he must be killed. A person who rape a woman, he must be killed. A person who pedophile must be killed. A person who murder a person, he must be killed. You Muslims, you don't have anything there. This is what the Bible teach. Where we can find that the rapists in the Quran must be killed? Nowhere. In fact, the whole story about rape never mentioned in the Quran because Muhammad is a rapist. Where in the Quran it says anything can be equal to the Bible? Nowhere. You will find all the stories in the Hadith. And here we go. Your prophet is proud about Al-Khadr, who is a Muslim, inspired by Allah to kill a child. He is a Muslim child. Honest and soul. He did not even leave Islam yet. He was playing football. Chapter 18, verse number 74. Read. Here we don't give speeches like you, Abdul, talking machine. Potato. Here we smash your God. We smash your fallacy. You want to talk about the Trinity? A person who speak about drinking camel urine as healthy, he want to understand the Trinity. The Bible says, don't throw your jewel under the pig's feet. And you are nothing but a pig, as the Quran describe you. So in chapter 18, verse number 74, we find this. He is a child. He never commit any sin. He did nothing wrong. He is even a Muslim child. His parents are children. They are Muslims. What the potato, the prophet of Allah, is talking about? Killing a child who is a Muslim, because we fear that when he grow up, he will not be a good Muslim. Read it. And how he killed him. So Al-Khadr and Musa, they set off, leaving the ship, making their way in foot, until they met the boy, who was not yet reached the puberty, playing with other boys, among whom his face was fairest. And Al-Khadr slew him by slitting his throat with a knife while he lay down, or by tearing his head off with his hand, or by smashing his head against the wall. Why? Because we fear that when he grow, he will not be a good Muslim. Did you hear it? So if I invite you back, you said, show me where in the Quran it says I can kill my Muslim brother. Is that a Muslim brother of yours? I can invite you, and everybody will see that you have no answer, and you will repeat the same machinery. Shall I invite him, guys, again for a comedy? Let me invite him again, and you will see he will not talk. Read it.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters in Islam. Let's ask the question again.
You just said, Assalamu alaikum, brother and sisters in Islam, which means you cannot say Assalamu alaikum to non-Muslims, because that means because you're at war and you have to kill them. But a second ago, you said to me, brother, you see how hypocrite you are? Why you are not allowed to say Assalamu alaikum to non-Muslims? Because you cannot. You are at war with the non-Muslims.
You asked me why, and I can explain why, actually.
Go ahead.
Okay, when the time of the Prophet ﷺ, they used to curse him, and they used to say hell upon you, and he said when a Christian or a Jew says similar things, you say upon you too. Now if you say peace be upon me, I say upon you too. If you say hell upon me, I say upon you too.
Okay, let us try your lie.
Okay.
Peace
now,
upon
I answered, okay?
Listen, let us try I will try your lie. Peace be upon you. Peace be upon you. Peace be upon you, Babos.
This with your own
peace.
ears.
Let us practice what you said. Peace be upon you, Babos. Return it to me.
Wa alayka.
No, say Christian Prince. Peace to you, Christian Prince.
Wa alayka.
See, you are just a piece of shit like your prophet.
I told you.
Just get out of here. You don't dare to say it. Taqiyya. Potato. I mean, you cannot even escape 30 seconds without lying. Alayka, what alayka? In his heart, he will say, on you is shit. What alayka mean? Abdul, we know all your fat. All the fat of Muhammad and his panty underwear and semen is there on the stage. You see, you liar, you say the one who did insult you, don't insult them. If somebody says to you, peace on you, you say to him, peace on you too. Big fat liar. You're a prophet, you scumbag. He said, لا تبدأوا اليهود والنصارى بالسلام. And if you meet any of them, force him to walk in the sewage. Because Islam is a white supremacist Arab. And this Abdul is an Egyptian, which means he is a slave of the Arab, or he's an African. Go and see how they treat the Egyptian in Saudi Arabia. Honest to God, they treat them, I don't want to name the animal they treat them like. They make them sleep under the stairs. They treat them like shit just because they are African. Go check it out. If you are a white person in Saudi Arabia, your salary is 10 times than anyone is an Egyptian. Why? You know why. All right. Look what Muhammad he said. What a piece of lie. I mean, you cannot even keep talking for a few seconds without Christian Prince getting you busted. Isn't that the shame? Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters in Islam. Why? Because he's a filthy scumbag. He hates us, they hate us, and they want to kill us. And they consider anyone is not a Muslim an enemy. An enemy. Don't say to the Jews and the Christians, Salam. And if you meet any of them, force him to walk in the sewage. The narrowest road, part of the road, in the side of the road, there is an open tunnel for dirty water. So when a Muslim is walking, this is how they force people to convert to Islam. As long as you are not a Muslim, we will make you walk in the sewage. And look at them now. You know, they live in the West. They don't dare to talk about why you don't do any jihad. Potato, scumbag. Even your country, Egypt, is kissing the ass of the American to give them assistance. Even the bread you eat in Egypt is an assistance from USA. Don't start saluting the Jews and the Christians when you meet them. And if you meet them in the road, force them to walk in the narrowest alley. Why you lie, potato? Because you are a Muslim. And every Muslim is a liar until he proves the opposite. Did I get you busted? How many times I got? Are you counting? Seriously, are you counting? I mean, you potato, you can't even speak for 30 seconds without being spanked. Even the word Assalamu alaikum, you did not escape it. This is the problem with this Christian Prince. He don't let Muslims escape anything. The whole purpose, by the way, the Muslim when I speak about Trinity, is to skip the spanking. Let us debate about the Bible, the Trinity. To debate about what? God is 3 and 1. Explain it to me. You are a donkey. You can't even explain your Quran. How we can explain to you anything? You can't even explain a verse in the Quran. How come you cannot understand your religion, but you are a person who trying to understand mine? Potato. How many times I invite you to the stage? It's like, you know, I have to knock you down every few seconds. Okay, I will invite you to the stage if you promise to apologize, because your prophet said it clearly that you cannot treat non-Muslims nice. and you have to be use violence with them. And this is why you did not say to us, Assalamu alaikum. And not only that, you cannot say Assalamu alaikum to your mama. To who? To your mama, if she is not a Muslim. Guys, shall I invite him back? Give him one more spank? All right, put your hand up. The Christian, they want you for fun. All right. Can you say Assalamu alaikum to your mama if she isn't a Muslim?
She is not a Muslim?
Yeah?
I will respond. But can I first respond to what you said previously? Is that okay? Is that fair?
But it's connected, no problem. Yeah?
Okay,
But you start with the first one. Can you say Assalamu alaikum to your mama if she isn't a Muslim?
No, I don't think so. I'm not sure. Can I answer right now?
How come you can say to Christian Prince, my brother, but you cannot say to your mama, Assalamu alaikum?
Okay, I'm going to explain to you.
Explain.
In Sahih al-Muslim 2167a,
Uh-huh.
it says, when the people of the book greet you with a greeting, respond with something better than it or return it.
Abrogated. Abrogated.
Wait. Now, when Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was cursed, people said, "Hell be upon you." He said, "Wa alayka."
No, this is abrogated. This is abrogated.
Wait.
This is abrogated.
You said,
this is abrogated. You are quoting for me things does not exist no more because simply the Muslims don't follow it. Muhammad now is victorious. He took over the land. When you see Christians before, he will not dare to do that. But now they took over. So everything before is gone. So now when you see a Christian or a Jew in the street, you force him to walk in the narrow alley, correct?
Okay, Christians, you acknowledge how I answered him, right? Now don't ever say I'm running.
You did not answer. You did not answer.
I answered him and I gave him the hadith number.
So why you force people to walk in the narrow alley just because
he's
they are
saying
Jews?
I'm his enemy, or he's saying I'm his enemy and I want to kill him. I'm responding respectfully. I never said anything else.
No, you did not answer.
My mouth quiet.
Why you are forcing a person, he is just a Christian, he's just a Jew, to walk in the sewage?
I don't do that.
It's in the front of you. It's in the front of you. It's in the front of you. It's in the front of you.
Okay, what is the context?
What context? You tell me the context. Those are the Christians. He said the Jews, the Christian,
Come on,
any
Christian,
Jew,
don't embarrass
any
yourself.
Jew, any Christian,
Tells you to kill babies in the Bible. You want to justify
any
that?
Jew, any Christian, and the Quran confirm in chapter 9, verse 29, kill those who don't believe in Allah and the last days from the Christians and the Jews. Correct?
This is what happens when you decontextualize.
So now let us continue the topic.
This is a fallacy.
We will see. We will go there. Can you say? So you said to me, you cannot say Assalamu alaikum to your mama if she is not a Muslim. Why you cannot say Assalamu?
I actually said I'm not sure. I said I don't think so because if she is not a Muslim.
I want you to be sure. Give me the answer.
I told you I'm not sure.
I will give you 24 hours. Go. Get out of here. Not sure? Potato? Go to Google, search, let us see. Not sure. No, don't come back so fast. Did you get the answer? Go to Prophet Google, peace be upon him, and find if you can say it to your mother, if you can love your mother. Can you love your mother if she is not Muslim? Can you be good to your parents if they are not Muslims? Invite you again. Again? You will say to me, I'm not sure. Dunkeler, what do you want, man? You put your hand up.
Yes, I put my hand up because I wanted to talk with you.
Your microphone always horrible. I can't understand anything.
My microphone don't work?
It's very bad.
Very bad?
Very.
Should I leave?
My friend, just fix your microphones. Sorry. Can you be nice and kind to your parents if they are not Muslims? The answer, no. And the potato is saying to me, I am not sure. Look what he gave me, a verse from the Quran, have nothing to do with my question. Take care of your parents, the Quran says. You know what? Even dogs and cats, they take care of their babies too. but you Muslims don't. You send them to hell. What is my answer? Can you be kind and nice to your family, including your mama and your dada, and your brother and your sisters if they are not Muslims? You want to answer? I will give you one more chance for entertaining purpose.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters in Islam. Yes, you can say peace be upon you, or peace with you to your mother who's a Christian.
Can you be nice to her?
Can
you be nice?
That's actually, in fact, that's what Islam teaches.
Hold on. Can you be nice?
So,
can you be kind?
16,
Okay,
16.
let us make it simple. You can say to your mom and your dad, who they are not Muslim, Assalamu alaikum. And you can be kind and nice to them, correct? And love them.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I love my parents, and I always say Assalamu alaikum to them. And
If they are not a Muslim, if they are not Muslims, correct?
Yes.
All right.
I can do that as well.
This is your Quran, and I apologize for being a liar, professional liar.
I'm a liar.
Yes, you are lying. Guys, here we go.
This grandpa here, this princess.
We put you. You are talking to Christian Prince.
I slaughter you.
You are talking to Christian Prince.
Yeah, you're a princess, not a prince.
Abdul, read it.
Don't lie.
Read it. Chapter 58. Read it, son of Muta. Chapter 58, verse 22.
You're a princess.
Read it. You will not find. You son of Muta, you will not read it, right? I got you busted. Read it.
Wait, princess, don't be so
read
mad.
It.
Control your emotions.
Read it, you coward. You are in the corner like a rat. Read it.
No, I'll read it. It's my Quran. Alhamdulillah, we read every passage of the
Quran
read without doubt.
Okay.
But you won't read anything, of course, because you're scared.
Stop blah blah blah. Read it.
And I think every Christian here acknowledges that as well. The ones coming to my DMs and say,
son of Muta. Guys, look what it says. You will not read it. You will not find anyone who believe in Allah and the shit of Muhammad making friendship. This is, by the way, friendship is not true. He said he love his parents, he respect his parents, he say assalamu alaikum to his parents. It says to be in love with your parents and to be kind to your parents. A piece of garbage liar. Do you see it? He said, I love my parents. Did he say that? If they aren't Muslims. It's in front of you, you piece of shit. You want to call me princess? You will not find any people from the shit of Allah. And the last day, loving who resist Allah and His Messenger, even though they were their fathers, their sons, their brothers, and their kindred. Do you see it? You want to lie, try a different place, potato. Here you are under my feet, and you suffer from a bad defeat. How many times, guys, we got him busted? The poor guy, each time he come to the stage, he get a spank. My hand hurt. Anyone know the name of a medicine I can use it for my hands? And I'm not wearing gloves. Smell bad. The poor guy, he come to the stage. Boom, what? Muta. And you call me princess? In fact, you Muslims, your Muslim wife, she suckle women. Women, they suckle women. Following the advice of a Prophet Muhammad. He ordered a woman to give her breast to a growing man. And then what happened that Muslim women, they start suckling each other. Lespo. A Muslim man was effing his daughter. Effing who? His daughter. In the translation, they say a slave. False. She is a slave, yes, but she is a daughter slave. She is what? A daughter slave. Which means she is his daughter from a slave woman. He raped a slave woman. He have a daughter from her, and now he's having intercourse with his daughter, for it is lawful in Islam to do so. Yahya related to me from Malik that Abdullah ibn Dinar said, a man come to Abdullah ibn Umar when I was with him at the place where judgment were given, which means the court, and ask him about suckling. The guy is coming about to ask about suckling, because now the Muslims, everybody's suckling everybody. The Prophet command Muslim women to give their boobs to anyone walking down street. Let me suckle you. Let me suckle you. Ta -ta -tum, ta -tum. And then a man came to Umar al-Khattab and said, I have a slave daughter, not slave girl, I will show you in Arabic, and I used to F her. My wife went to her and suckled her. What? What happened? A Muslim woman wearing burqa, she suckled other women. Slave? Why? Because she thought if she do that, the husband, he will not F her no more. When I went to the girl, which means his daughter, my wife told me to watch out. Be careful, Abdul, because she had suckled her. So he's coming to the caliphate saying, so now she suckled her. Can I still F her? Or she became my mama? You see, the Muslims are against adoption. But this is how stupid this religion is. Mohammed, he forbid them from adoption just because he want to F Zainab, the wife of his son, from adoption. Look how filthy pervert he is. He forbid adoption, which is noble thing to do, just because he want to F the wife of his own son from adoption. Which is, he adopted because his wife, Khadija, this guy cannot have kids. So she insists to adopt. He cannot make babies. It was his wife. And now he married him to a beautiful woman so he can go inside the house and if the wife, because he can get in anytime. He is the father of the husband. It's halal. When he get inside the house, he flirt with the wife of the son. Later, he took her even from him and he named her as a wife. Are we lying? And now, when Muhammad, he command the Muslim women to give her boobs, Muslim women, they stop practicing this everywhere. And this woman, she get jealous because this pervert husband, he is effing his daughter. The translation, he say the slave girl. In Arabic, it says walida. It says what? Walida. Do you see it? Even here in English says, I have a child.
Abdullah bin Omar, a man, came to Omar bin al-Khattab and said, I had a child and I used to have intercourse with her.
See? The Muslims are effing their daughters from slavery. What the wife she did? His Muslim wife, decent Muslim women, she went to the slave girl, which is his daughter, and she did suckle her.
So my wife went to her and she breastfed her.
Imagine two women suckling the boobs of each other according to Allah teaching. That is wonderful. Hey Yasin, why you don't fix your microphone, man, so we can talk to you? Instead of posting all this text for us. By the way, your name Yasin is horrible. I bet you do not know what Yasin mean. Do you want me to invite you again, Yasin? I can invite Yasin, and you will see that Yasin, he will be the letter seen in a second. He can't answer anything. MJ saying, prove to me that who wrote this. Prove me that John wrote it. I can prove to you that from the Quran, you idiot, and from your Muslim books. Oh boy. And the funny is that Abdul asking us to prove to him that the Bible written by who, but he cannot prove to us a single word proven by who, received by who is the witness, and who wrote it. Who's next? Are we having good time, guys? Are we having good time? Listen, Muslim girls, don't suckle each other. Come on, haram, haram, haram. Prophet, you said you can suckle a man like me. Mimi Hijab, he says, did you say that? I said, I was quoting your filthy prophet. Shut up, hang up on him, bastard. You are finished, boy. Did you say that? Yes, I did. Your sister, she said that Jesus was playing with his mother boobs. Oop, what? You see, they say to you that we Muslims, we love Jesus, we respect Jesus. The whore, she was insulting Jesus, making up stories. So I said to her, in fact, it's your prophet who said, suckle me. The filthy scumbag Mimi Hijab, he cut the audio. He played only what I said to her, suckle me. He said, did you say that to her? I said, yes. I was quoting your filthy prophet. Hang up on him, bastard. Take off your t-shirt if you don't like it. Any Abdul? And the coward, they promised to debate me, but where is the debate? You see this guy with his name, Daniel Hakuku? He went to debate Sam, and I'm sure Sam, he wiped the floor with him. I did not watch the whole debate. I saw a little bit of it. But he will never dare even to say hello to me. In fact, this guy himself, Jay, he said, I know if I say to them a Christian prince, they will say, no, 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 no. Not the Christian prince. Is that right? No, 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 no. I don't know if he offered them or they just oh boy. No, no, no. No, no. All right.
Hello.
Hello, Mustafa. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
What alhamdulillah? What alhamdulillah mean? Mustafa, what alhamdulillah mean? Hey, Mustafa, what's going on?
Yes, yes. I'm
What
good, and I have a question to you. Okay.
What alhamdulillah?
If you want to listen.
No problem. What alhamdulillah mean?
What?
What alhamdulillah mean?
I don't understand your question. Can you ask again?
You said alhamdulillah. I am saying
Alhamdulillah means if somebody asks you how are you, then you say alhamdulillah because of
what does that
or
mean?
if somebody asks,
what does that mean?
This means, yes, I'm gonna answer. This means good because of Allah. Alhamdulillah. You know?
Right. So why your God, he say alhamdulillah, if it is good because of Allah? So Allah, he say, thank you Allah, I am good because of Allah.
Okay, so please show me where Allah says alhamdulillah. Okay.
All the Quran. Here we go. Starting from page number 1. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Who is talking? Allah. Saying, Allah
yes.
saying, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. You said to me a second ago, if somebody asks you how you doing, you say, Alhamdulillah, that's mean I am good thanks to Allah, correct?
If I say Alhamdulillah, then this means I'm good thanks to Allah, yes.
All right. So why Allah saying to himself, thanks to Allah?
No, not to himself.
Who is talking?
Allah's talking.
Okay. Why Allah saying thanks to Allah?
Allah's talking, but he doesn't say this to his to himself.
He's saying it to who? To other Allah?
You know why? Because he say this, that we should say this. If
where in the verse it says you should
no,
say
if
this?
he,
Where in the verse it says, did he say like pray like this? No. Did he say worship like this? No.
not in the verse, but CP, not in the verse, but in the tafsir you can
Tafsir.
read this. Okay.
So are you saying to me your religion is based on tafsir, not on religion? Not on the Quran?
Can you say again?
Are you saying to me you follow tafsir, not what Allah say?
They know better than us, yes, because they are scholars. They are the biggest scholars in the Islamic history.
Okay.
You understand?
I understand, but look what happened now. The Quran says that those who follow their rabbis, they are kuffar.
Who's kuffar?
Yeah, the one who says he took their rabbis or their scholars instead of Allah, they are kuffar. Read it, chapter 9, verse number 31. Are you okay?
CP, can you read the comments?
What
the
comment?
comments are saying scholars know better than Allah. These are so dumb comments. You know why? Because who knows the word of God, Quran better? We or the scholars? Of course, the scholars.
Yeah,
because of that, these are dumb.
But Allah, He did not say to you what you are saying. Allah, He said that the Quran is enough by itself to explain itself. Or Muhammad, did Allah mention the scholars? Did He mention to you that you have to follow scholars? The Quran said the opposite.
No, we have to
those who follow their rabbis, which mean the scholars, they are kuffar.
CP, we have to follow. Can you hear me? We have to follow Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But who has understood Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the best? We.
So the Muslims don't understand Allah except the scholars.
We can understand Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but not
I
so good
as the. I want to ask you.
Okay.
If there is a scholar, he understands Allah.
He understands him better than us.
Understand Allah.
The words of Allah. Quran.
Yeah, understand the Quran. Okay, Allah. You said it's you who said to me understand Allah. All right. So if there is a scholar, understand Allah.
No, the word of him. The word of Allah.
No problem, no problem. If there is a scholar, understand the word of Allah.
Better than us, yes.
Who?
For example, like I said to you yesterday, Ibn Kathir or Ibn Abbas.
Well, I showed you Ibn Kathir. Okay, listen. I showed you Ibn Kathir. Ibn Kathir, he says the women, she have semen coming from her ribs, correct? Correct?
No, not the women.
No, he said that.
Not the women. The men.
What?
No, not correct. Show me where he said the women. Show it to me.
Open chapter 86, verse number 6 and 7. Ibn Kathir.
He don't say women there.
He said women. You want to bet?
Show it to me.
All right. This is Ibn Kathir. And this is the page we are reading from. And here is the interpretation of Ibn Kathir. Read it for me. Can you read?
He is created. Yes, I can read. He is created from a water gushing forth, meaning the sexual fluid that comes out bursting forth from the man and the woman.
So does it say women?
Okay.
All right. And now what is this?
Okay.
What is this? Where is this fluid coming from? Read it. Continue reading.
Okay. Yes, this is your point. Okay.
So does Ibn Kathir say that women, she have semen coming from the top of her ribs?
Okay. I have to say this is I have understand it false. This is your point now. Okay. But
do you agree or not? Do you agree with Ibn Kathir? Do you agree with Ibn Kathir that women have a sperm coming from her ribs?
I'm agreeing with him, yes, but not the way you say it.
Say it to me the way it is then. Correct me.
You know that they are explanations of...
Well, this is the explanation. This is the explanation.
Oh. No. You know they are explanations of tafsir, right?
There's an explanation of the explanation?
Yes. Tafsir. No.
And there is explanation of the explanation of the explanation too?
Maybe.
What?
Maybe.
No,
Because
this is for sure. No. This is for sure.
Not very...
This is for sure. I can assure you that. This is for sure. That there is explanation for explanation. Right? Hello?
You know that they are tafsir from tafsir. Okay, you know this?
What? Tafsir from tafsir?
Yes, explanation from explanation.
That's deep. Okay. So now,
why this is deep?
So now, can you give me the answer? I don't care how you get me the answer. Get me the answer. Okay, guys, get me, according to him, there's explanation for the Quran, and there's explanation for the explanation of the Quran, and there's explanation of the explanation of the explanation of the Quran. No problem. Now, give me the explanation, which the explanation of the explanation of the explanation of the explanation of what we see on the screen.
See, somewhere it stops, okay? Somewhere is a end. This can go to the infinity, okay?
So what? What?
What? So what?
What do you mean? Tell me, what do you mean? Give me the... So do the women, according to the interpretation of the interpretation of the interpretation made by the interpretation Abdul, do you agree that women, they have semen coming from their ribs?
Like I said to you yesterday, if Ibn Kathir says this, then I believe this.
What
Okay?
do you mean if? I'm showing you on the screen. Why you are saying if? And why you are speaking dirty? Don't say the F word.
But maybe the
What maybe?
maybe the
We will go back to maybe now? I'm so disappointed of
because
you.
I'm not a scholar. Okay, because of this, I have to say.
Let us assume you are a.
I have to say.
Let us assume you are a scooter, not a scholar. Who care? You said to me you agree with the scholars. Give me the answer.
Okay, my dear friend. The
I'm not
answer
asking
is
you. I'm not
that
asking you to be a scholar. I'm asking you what is the answer based on the scholar. No problem.
I have read yesterday after our conversation. I have read some answers to this verse, and they say that this is not mean ribs. This is mean you can't speak German, right?
لا, and I speak German. What are you talking about? So what does German have to do with the Quran? Who is the stupid one who said to you this does not mean ribs? Is that
It
a
doesn't
scholar?
mean ribs.
Is that a scholar?
No, it is what the verse is saying.
What the verse say? Does it say ribs or no?
Yes, what the verse saying. But
Okay.
CP, I have to say, please listen to me. I have to say, I've said it is not mean woman. Okay, I have to say this is your point. It is very clear.
It's not women.
Man and no. I've said in the beginning not woman, but it was false. I have to say honestly. Okay.
So you were wrong. You mean?
Point for you. Man in the ribs of the woman. Okay. But if you look at the German meaning, it is London. Okay.
What German?
And
What
what is
German? We
London?
are reading Quran. What you keep saying to me? German meaning? What German meaning? What German meaning?
But I can't speak Arabic. I speak.
I don't care. Did Ibn
I
Kathir
speak
say?
German. I can't.
Did Ibn Kathir say the
can't
backbone
speak
of
Arabic. Okay?
my friend? I don't care. German, Chinese. Let us speak Chinese. Chim hong, chim hong, chim hong. Okay. You know Bruce Lee? Do you know Bruce Lee? His name given to him because he had a
Yes.
fight. He had a fight with me, and I caused him
I know
a lot of bruises. That's why they call him Bruce Lee. And this is what happened to every Muslim.
But
I give them a lot of bruise. So now listen.
what
This is
he
Ibn
has to do
Kathir.
with,
You said to
this
me.
verse?
You said
Don't
to me.
run,
You
CP.
agree with Ibn Kathir. I
You're
show you
running
Ibn
with
Kathir.
other
You said
topics
you
that
need
you say.
interpretation of Ibn Kathir. Give me the interpretation of Ibn Kathir.
You don't know this, that there are explanations of explanations. You don't know this?
Okay, give me
I think
explanation of the.
you were
Give me the name of the book. I will
wisdom.
put it in the screen. Give me the name of the book. Explanation of the explanation of the explanation. And remember, the Quran says Allah. He made the Quran clear, and He explained it Himself.
He made it clear for mean that you don't have any questions, and these questions they are answered in the tafsir. Okay, and if your questions aren't all answered in the tafsir, then you can
Oh
read
Lord.
a tafsir from
Okay, listen.
a
So
explanation
so
of
now, can you
explanation.
give me the
Understand
answer?
me?
After all this drama, what is the answer?
Okay. A Tariq ayah. What is this? Can you say it to me?
What?
A Tariq. What ayah is this? There is only
الطارق
there is only
الطارق
standing
what?
1 and 10.
الطارق 86 chapter 86 الطارق.
Yes, but what ayah?
Verse number 6 and 7. Those two verses.
Okay, I have to. Yeah.
So all this time we are talking, you do not know even what ayah we are talking about? Is that your wife next to you helping you? Maybe she know better than you. Let her talk. Muslim women are smarter than Muslim men according to Islam. This is why Aisha, she is the one who gave them the religion. Muhammad, he said, take your religion from هذه الحميراء, which means the donkey. And then we find that the Quran is saying that women are half a brain. So take your religion from the half a brain.
Okay, my dear friend. I have, can you hear me?
What?
I have.
You have what?
I have found it, okay?
You found it?
I
No
have found
way.
it now. Sorry for the waiting.
He found it.
Surah?
Okay.
Yes, I have found it. A minute.
All right.
They were.
What?
You're right. They were created from a spurting fluid stemming from between the backbone and the rib cage. You hear me? They were created from a spurting stemming from between the backbone and the rib cage. But if you look at the German word for rib cage, this is Lenden. And what is Lenden? It is the penis, right?
That's deep.
You hear me?
So between Arabic to English to German, the backbone become penis. And the women ribs, they become what? Is that Ibn Kathir in German? Is that Ibn Kathir in Germany?
The female.
The female what?
I think you have understand Ibn Kathir wrong, because.
Okay. Read here. It says this in front of you. This is Ibn Kathir. What Ibn?
No.
It says here, meaning from the backbone of the man and the ribs of the women, which referring to her chest. Her what? Her chest. In fact, not the chest. It is a tara'ib. This is the English translation. In Arabic, it says it clearly that this is the location
her chest, but you have to look to the.
So okay,
English,
what is
okay?
coming? What is coming from the chest? What is the sexual fluid? What is the sexual fluid coming from the chest?
He spoke Arabic, okay?
Who?
CP, listen to me. Ibn Kathir, he don't spoke English. He don't spoke German. He spoke Arabic. Because of this, we have to look what the Arabic word is saying.
Okay, we can go to Ibn Kathir and see what the
and
Arabic.
It doesn't say chest.
All
it
right,
doesn't
guys.
Say ribs.
Shall we?
Say
can you do me a favor? Then? Okay, can we go?
What Lenden means?
Can we go to Ibn Kathir in Arabic? Do you want that? I show you the Arabic. You say I don't know Arabic. I show you the English.
Okay.
I show you the English. You said German. What the heck is that? Here we go. This is Ibn Kathir in Arabic. This is what?
But CP, the point is, I can speak Arabic. You can speak Arabic. Okay.
I don't care.
This is the problem.
Okay. Do you have a friend who speaks Arabic? He can join us. You trust him to translate? This is Ibn Kathir in Arabic.
No, we can translate it with Google
you see,
Translator.
Just to show you how the Muslim they lie in the translation in Ibn Kathir in English.
Because I don't want to say
hold on.
I trust
all
you.
of this information in Ibn Kathir in Arabic, we cannot find it in English. Look at this. All this information, I cannot see it in the English ones. So look what here it says. It says here, من بين الصلب والترائب صلب الرجل وترائب المرأة أصفر رقيق لا يكون الواد etc. Let's go here. All of this is not there. وقال الضحاك. Let me translate for you. How many times I said to you the word ترائب is a location of the necklace? How many times I said to you? It doesn't show that in the English translation. Look, this is the Arabic book.
Al-Dahak and Atiyah said, on the authority of Ibn Abbas, A woman's hair is the place of the necklace.
The translation is wrong here. Here is not is the tribe. The tribe is where the location of the necklace, which means the top rib of the chest, not all the chest, the last one. In Arabic we call it a turqwa. So this one where you put your finger between the meeting of the ribs from both sides, that is where the tribe. So according to your stupid Quran, women she have semen, sexual fluid gushing forth from her vagina, come from that location specifically. And by the way, Ibn Kathir too, he claimed that the earth.
CP, listen to me. I
Listen,
think
listen.
that you are.
Okay, so you know what? Okay, let us say, hold on. Let us say we get this one wrong. Is it true that Ibn Kathir he said that the earth is in the top of a whale?
I don't know, but
Okay.
but we have to
Hold on.
say that I can speak
Do you?
Arabic and you.
Do you? I don't care. I'm using Google for you. I don't know what to do. This is your official government website of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and this is what Ibn Kathir, the chapter of Taha, chapter number 20, verse number 6, and this is the interpretation. Do you see it? Do you see it? Say Ibn Kathir, guys. Is the name of Ibn Kathir is appearing for you even in English? Do you see it? It says Ibn Kathir, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. If we go and read here translation for this, sorry, what Ibn Kathir is saying. Let us see. Read with me and laugh. This is Ibn Kathir interpretation for the verse.
Okay, then read it now because I can't.
Hold on. I will translate using Google. Peace be upon him. Let us hear together what it says.
Al-Azhari said, young Ibn Abi Kathir told him that Ka'b was asked and he was told, what is under this earth? He said, water. It was said, what is under the water? He said, the earth. It was said, what is under the earth? He said, water. It was said, what is under the water? He said, the earth. It was said, what is under the earth? He said, water. It was said, what is under the water? He said, the earth.
What?
It was said, what is under the earth? He said, water. It was said, what is under the water? He said, the earth. It was said, what is under the earth? He said, a rock. It was said, what is under the rock? He said, a king. It was said, what is under the king? He said, a whale with its two ends hanging from the throne. It was said, what is under the whale? He said, air, darkness, and knowledge has ceased.
Huh? So, what is under the earth? Water.
What do you
What
want
is
to
under
show
the
me
water?
with this?
Earth. What is under the earth? Water. What under the
What is
water? Earth.
false
What?
about
Hold
this?
on. Hold on.
About that?
Is
Like,
that is
see,
that
listen,
is
like we
that
can
Ibn
see,
is that Ibn
this
Kathir
isn't
or
four
I'm lying?
dimension. This is
Listen. Is that Ibn Kathir or I'm lying?
this is
Huh?
no, not lying, but this isn't all dimension. You know why? Because there it say the throne of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Hold
And
on. You see. Hold on.
like
Hold
we
on.
know,
Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. Hold on. The throne of Allah is under our feet. Don't you know? And here we go, guys. This is the reference. It's in Arabic, yes. And remember, if you go to Ibn Kathir in English, you will not find this. Who want to check for us if we can find it in Ibn Kathir in English? This is the chapter 20, verse number 6. If we go to Ibn Kathir in English, let us see if we can find it. Chapter 20, just to show you how they lie. I bet you, I don't think it's going to say that in English.
CP, you know that I will convert many fans of you in your own server.
Yeah. I know you convert everybody. You convert my turtle. You convert my turtle too. Yeah. Hey, can you invite me one of those who you convert them?
You know this, CP.
You convert people from my server. Can you invite one to the stage from the one you convert them?
No, I don't say I have converted them. I say I say I will convert them.
Hold on. Look. We found it in English.
Because
hold on. No, is it in English? Hold on. Is it in English? No way. There's no way they will have it here in English. No way. You see, they took it off. I thought I found it. No way. Ah, no way. You see? Oh boy, here we go. They took it off. Where is water, earth, water, earth, water, earth? What do you think, Mustafa? Why the Muslims? They took it off. I cannot find it in English. Can you find it? Why Ibn Kathir in English is not the same as Ibn Kathir on Arabic?
I don't know. You have to ask the people of the website, not me. But CP, you know that the people on your server, some of them, not all of them, the most of them, their heart is locked. Okay, but some of them.
I know, but don't worry. There's videos in YouTube teach you how to break any lock. Don't worry. Forget about them. Save yourself first. As your heart is locked too.
So
do you agree with Ibn Kathir? Do you agree with the knowledge of Ibn Kathir, understanding Islam and the Quran, that what is under the earth is water, and what under the water is earth, and what under the earth is water, and what under the water is earth, and then what is this? And there's a whale?
Is a what?
The earth is in the top of a whale. Did it notice?
But CP, I know what you want to say.
Huh?
CP, I know what you want to say. You want to say under the earth is water and under the water is earth. But you have to understand this isn't our dimension, okay?
Oh.
This isn't our dimension. You know?
This is not. This is the earth. This is the earth. Our earth. What about our dimension?
No, not our earth.
Okay.
You know why?
Your
because
God in the Quran.
In this,
hold on.
Verse,
just to show you how smart your God. Allah in the Quran, He says, there is 7 earths. Is that correct?
There's 7 heavens.
No, there's 7 heavens and 7 earths. True or false?
I don't know 7 earth. I only know 7.
It used to
seven,
be. It used to be 7 heaven only, but I added 7 earth. I added that, you know. In the older Quran 10 years ago, there was no, you know, 7 earth. But 2 years ago, I decided to add some verses, and then since then we have. All right. Do you see my screen? Mustafa, do you see my screen? Hello? What happened to Mustafa? Mustafa, ya Mustafa. Hello?
Yes, I'm listening to you.
All right. Do you see what I added? It was 7 skies only, but I added 7 earths. So it is Allah who has created 7 heavens and the earth like therefore, i.e. 7. Where we can find the 7 earths?
I heard the 7 earths the first time, but
shall we read Ibn Kathir?
If it is true what you are saying,
if
then
it's true,
maybe it means the
guys,
I heard this the first time.
I am showing him on the screen, and he keeps saying to me if it's true.
This is but in brackets, EA7 in brackets.
No. It says in Arabic, women al-ardi mithlahun, and from the earth the same numbers. It says that in Arabic. You can change the translation. And this is Ibn Kathir translating or explaining to us what's going on. Very horrible.
I don't want to say, CP, listen to me. I don't want to say that the bracket is false. Okay, let's see.
Let us see.
Let
us see what Ibn Kathir is saying in Arabic, which we cannot find in English. Just to show you that the Muslims are a bunch of liars. You know, they don't even translate their books. They not only they don't translate, they cut it. Ibn Kathir in English is not even 1% of the Arabic Ibn Kathir. Look at this. I will translate for you in the front of your eyes the explanation for this verse. which you will not find in the English translation.
Okay, show me.
The two lands between each land and the next are a distance of 500 years, and the highest of them is on the back of a whale, whose two ends have met in the sky, and the whale is on a rock, and the rock is in the hand of the king, and the second is the prison of the wind, and the third contains the stones of hell, and the fourth contains the brimstone of hell, and the fifth contains the serpents of hell, and the sixth contains in it are the scorpions of hell, and in the seventh there is a sky, and in it is Satan bound with iron, one hand in front of him and one hand behind him. So if God wants to release him for whatever he wants,
you
he
know
releases him.
the noise that came from me. A second person is talking, right? This is my grandma. She said she is saying that she don't likes you.
Who?
She's saying my grandma.
Your grandma, she don't like me?
Yes.
Is she single?
I
Is she single?
No.
Is she 6 years old?
What?
Is she 6 years old?
What? 6 years? She's my grandmother.
Will you call
not my little
Aisha? You call Aisha. She is 6 years old, the mother of the believers, the mothers of the believers. So she is your, 6 years old. How I know? You Muslims confuse me, and I'm naive, as you know. So look what happened now. This is your religion saying that the earth is in the top of a whale. On top of what? A whale. May Allah whale you. And then the drama continue that this whale, the translation is not accurate, between every earth and the other one, and every earth mean that the earth, there's 7 earths in the top of each other, underneath of each other. So between the first one and the second one, and each one of them is the distance of 500 years. 500 years. And the highest one, which means the one underneath of us directly, is in the top of a whale. And the edges of the earth, which because the earth is flat, meeting with the sky. And the whale is on a rock. Do you see it? The whale is under rock. This is why here it says.
Okay, CP, I have to say to you something, okay? Because you said Aisha 6 years and mother of the believers. I have to say that she wasn't mature when she was 6 years old, but she was mature when she was 9 years old. Okay.
She was what?
And I can show
what?
this to you from
she was
the
what?
Islamic.
She was what?
Hadith,
she was what? Mature? You mean mature?
Mature, yes.
Can you show me? Can you show me the reference? If you show me the reference that Aisha she was mature at the age of 9, I will shave 10 feet from my beard.
You will do what?
I will shave 10 feet of my beard.
Do you have a beard?
Oh yeah, long one. This is why the Muslims they keep holding me from my beard, trying to reach to to my feet. But they stay down on my feet because my beard is so long.
Okay,
so can you show me? Can you show me the reference? Can you show me the reference of what you said? Or Mustafa, I advise you. You see, you're a nice guy. That's why I don't insult you. You're a nice guy. You don't insult people. You're a nice guy. I have to say. But your grandmother don't like me, even though I am available. But anyway, so can you show me the reference of what you just said that Aisha she was mature at the age of 9?
You are a disbeliever, CP. She don't like you because you are a disbeliever. Okay, you are telling lies about the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. You know what I mean?
But she have to prove that I'm lying. Tell your grandmother, Christian Prince. He say hello. Nice to meet you, grandma. You are 6 years old. I respect you for that. And now, can you tell us where Aisha she was mature
6 years old
at the age of 9?
I can show it to you easily. But who was 6 years old?
Show us that Aisha she was mature at the age of 9. I'm waiting.
She wasn't mature in the age of 6, but she was mature in the age of 9 years.
Okay,
I can show it to you.
Show me where you get from. Okay.
Okay, you know that she has doing a race with the Prophet Muhammad, right? Peace be upon him.
Yeah, she was. She go with Kamala Harris.
Race?
She was doing a race.
Aisha has won the
Muhammad
race.
Is playing with her.
If she was a little child with chicken nuggets legs,
Abdul,
then how she have win the race? Explain
Abdul, he is playing with her. What race? Same
CP,
time,
you said to me
same time,
Rebecca was not 3
same
years.
time,
She,
9
she
years
has
old.
lifted
Hold on.
some
When
water
hold on,
bags,
hold on, hold on,
and
hold
because of that she
on, hold
lifted
on.
some water bags. She can't be 3 years.
Mustafa,
Okay,
hold on.
then I have
9 years old.
to say to
Who
you,
is
if
faster?
she
Hold
have
on, hold
one,
on. Who is faster in running? 9 years old girl or 57 years man old?
CP, do you understand my point? Do you
You
have
said
understand my point? I said to
everybody
you,
heard you. Everybody heard you. That Aisha, the reason for you, she was a mature. She raced with the Prophet, and who won? Obviously Aisha. Aisha is 9 years old. Muhammad is 57 years old. Who is faster? Tell me.
CP, I think you don't have understand my point.
So if I run and I am like 57 years old like Muhammad, and the one is challenging me, a little girl, she is 9 years old, and the girl she did beat me, because that will happen, you know, you are old, so that means she's mature.
CP, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I hear you.
My point was, if she was one race, a race against the love Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, how she was a little child. Can you explain to me, please?
I don't understand what he said.
Hello?
Say again what you're saying.
Hello?
I hear you now.
CP.
What you are saying, repeat again.
CP, hello.
Guys, do you hear me in Discord? Am I heard? Yeah, I think maybe he Shaitan, he pee in his ears. He cannot hear me no more. That's it.
I can hear you, yes, but not so
right.
good, very bad, because I think I have low Wi-Fi.
You have a low Wi-Fi?
But can you hear me?
Move close to the neighbor house.
Hello.
Just get
Hello, CP.
Move closer to the to the house of the neighbors. Are you there? I don't know what happened to him. Do you see, guys, how Muslim they proved to us that Aisha, she was mature? I feel sorry for this guy. You see, he's not like the rest. He's not like, you know, trashy. He's just a poor guy. This is why I treat him nicely. The others, I have to treat them in a different way. I treat every Muslim differently. Depend how he is. If he's a piece of garbage, I will treat him like garbage. Are you there, Mustafa? All right, Mustafa is out. Maybe the neighbors, they turned off their internet. You never know. You know. Any Abdul? Who is going to be the next victim for today? Are you having a good time, guys? We noticed that after we finish, you guys don't even, you are so cheap. We are not even asking for donation. We are asking you to make a comment. I mean, people are really, really cheap. A comment doesn't cost you ink. It's not like you are printing things. We stay here for many hours, shouting, losing our voice. People threaten our life, want to kill us, and yet you don't just want to give a comment. In the chat, your comment is running, but you know that if you comment in the video later, that will bring more people to view. And as you see, we don't make commercial from our videos. We don't collect like a chat, super chat, like all the channels. We don't do that, even though YouTube keep asking me to do that. So can't you at least donate a comment? We use our voice every day, coming live, shouting, defeating the garbage of Muhammad. We will see. Any Muhammadan? We have angel when I talk. I never spoke to angels before. I spoke to the devil Muhammad only. Go ahead, Angel.
Hey, CP.
How are you?
I'm very good.
Well,
I'm just wondering, can you just because I am the type of guy who take your videos, take it to a bit and post it so people can see the fact, And I just wondering if you could show the people that Muhammad proved the Bible was true, that it was preserved. English is so bad. I'm so sorry.
No problem.
Preserved.
Yeah, all right. Thank you for joining us. You can step down. All those verses in the Quran, look at the screen. It says confirming the book with them, which is the Torah and the Gospel. You see them? In fact, there's a verse, chapter 3, verse number 33. It says confirming what is between his hand. But the Muslim translation, they lie. They say confirming what came before it. And just to show you how they lie, this is the Arabic. It says lima bayna yadayhi. The word yadayhi mean hands.
For what was in his hands.
See it? The liars, when they translate, they don't translate it correctly, and they make it confirm it what came before it. This is not about something came before it. This is something now in his hand, between his hand. So the Quran confirmed that our book never changed. In fact, confirmed that Muhammad himself, he have the book, our book, between his hand. Not only he confirm it, he have it physically. And this is how we get them busted. This is how we do it. This is how do we do it. Chapter 350 saying the same. And that doesn't say really. Look at the false translation. Look at this. Disgusting. Let me try to change the translator. This is Hilali and Khan. Potato. Let us see a different translator. Confirming the truth that is before me. Liar. In Arabic it says lima bayna yaday. What is between my hands? Liars, you will end in fire.
For what is in my hands?
The religion of liars. You cannot find one single translation have dignity. For the translation is made for the purpose of deception, not teaching, not showing you what the Quran is saying. They lie. They never stop lying. Look at this guy here. Confirming the truth for whatever is still there, still remaining of the Torah. This is what the verse saying. The verse saying what is remaining? Can you believe it? What is between his hand suddenly become what is remaining, brother? Because they're trying to fix it. How we say to the Christians, your book, the Jewish book, the Torah, the gospel is corrupted, and it says confirming what is with him. Muhammad, you have it. We have to say confirm what is remaining. Hey Muslims, even here, I can make you shish kebab. Let us say for the sake of argument, confirming what is remaining. Why you don't have it, the remaining? Where is the remaining, Mr. Ramon? Ramon? Huh? Just to show you how stupid your lies. As long you have the remaining, where is the remaining? Show us the remaining. Liars. All of them. You cannot find one of them have a dignity. Let us see. Did we show Arbery? I think. Maybe. I don't know. We saw Arbery? Maybe we show it, right? Before me. Yeah, there's no hands, that not between his hands. That it's gone. That's it. Totally gone. Ahmed Ali. Before me, there's no hands. The word hands, to his hands is not there. Ahmed Raza Khan. Let us see this guy. Maybe one of them, he made a mistake and make it confirming, and I came confirming the Torah, the book before me. What it says before me? What happened to between my hands? Abdul, you ate it? Community Allah? The translation is called Community Allah? That messed up. The community of Allah is busy doing boom boom with the children's. Confirming what is before me of the Torah. Look, everyone have different verses. Let us see other translation. Maybe we can find one of them. Maududi, let us see Dudi. Mr. Dudi. You think Dudi, he will have little dignity? Look, Dudi, confirming the truth of what there still remains. Where we can find that in the verse still remain? Where, Muslims, where? A bunch of liars. And look here, by the way, when you use Google translating the whole text, Google is copying the Muslim translation posted online. If you translate a line alone, Google will use Google translation for what is in my hands. Do you see it?
For what is in my hands.
What the word yaday mean? Hands. Oh, did not even translate it. It says Kurdish. The stupid YouTube consider that Kurdish. Let us see. Let us help YouTube. YouTube think this is Kurdish. Thank God he did not say Kardashian. Even now, it's still, that's it. It's stuck with the Kurdish. I don't know why. Yeah. Okay, let's take two words. See?
In my hands.
Liars, liars will end in fire. By the way, according to Prophet Muhammad, Kardashian will be in heaven. Anyone know why? Because Allah, He said, He will take women who they are in hell if they have nice front passages. Which mean big boobs. Go, Khan Amir.
Can you hear me?
I hear you, Khan Amir. You still Amir?
Okay. You were talking about the verse is saying before me.
Where the word verse? Where it says before me?
You said that confirming the Torah before me, but you said it says in my hands.
Yes, read it. It's in front of you.
Yeah, but the thing is, in English, you say in running hand, but you don't really mean saying running hand.
No. This is no. Here it says, speaking about a book. This is speaking about a book, saying, confirming what is between his hands. This is a book. This is a physical book. I can say running nose. Yes, I can say running nose. We know what does that mean. Here, this is a clear Arabic. It says, confirming what is between his hands. His hand, between. Bain, in Arabic, is between. You see it? Between. This is physically. This is a book. This is a written book.
Between.
So, if I see Urdu translation, or Pashto translation, or Farsi translation,
what
you think it will say...
What it says for you in the translation, does it say between his hands or not?
I gotta read it. I read it in English. It says before me. But if I read
Okay,
Farsi or
I
I read
will go
Pashto,
with you. Let us try this, me and you together. You see my screen, right? All of this is the same word. You see them?
yes.
All right. This is chapter 2, verse number 97. مصدقا لما بين يديه. The Muslims, they translate as went before it. But in Arabic it says between his hands.
How about you open up tafsir? What does it say?
Okay, hold on. We continue. ما بين أيديهم. What is between their hands? Chapter 2, verse number 255. I don't see anything here. Where? It is totally gone. There's no between, there's no hands, there's nothing. Yeah, it's gone. But in Arabic it says clearly, you know, what is between their hands. Okay. Yeah, they lie. And chapter 3, verse number 3. لما بين يديه. Who sent down to thee, between two brackets, step by step, the truth, confirming what went before it. Which translation you like most?
Yeah, that one. The Clear Quran by
Hilali Khan?
No, not Hilali Khan.
Uh-huh. Who?
The Clear Quran.
The Clear Quran. Oh, it must be clear then. Clear Quran. Where we can find the Clear Quran? Clear Quran. Do you see it? Clear Quran on the screen?
Yeah, by Mustafa Khattab.
I forgot. You are Mustafa. You are a Khattab guy. Okay. You like the Clear Quran. Okay. Confirming that came before it. What you learn from this? Confirming what came before it.
That the book that was before.
Okay. No. Not only was. Where was? What came before it. So we know that the Bible came before the Quran. But Muhammad in his time confirming it. And this is 600 years.
Yeah, so
even
let's read that here.
Even your false translator, he could not skip the reality that the Quran is confirming literally our book. And the Quran naming clearly the Torah and the Gospel, which is not like maybe guessing, maybe talking about something else. No. All right? And all of those, if we check all of those verses, in fact, just to make it simple, just to get all the Abdul busted together. Because the Abdul, they forgot that they lie already, so sometime they didn't know what those verses talking about, so they bring a correct translation. Look at this one. Chapter 2, verse number 89. This is the translation you accept. Khattab. Can you read it for me?
And when came to them, the Jews, a book, this Quran from Allah, confirming what is with them.
Okay.
The Torah.
Does it say confirming what is with them?
Yes.
Okay. See? We got them busted. It's not before it. It's not came before it. It is what is with them. What is between their hands. And this is the translation you like. This is chapter 2, verse number 89. We can continue. We are not done. Chapter 2, verse number 91. And when it said to them, to the Jews, believe in what Allah has sent down, they say, we believe that was sent down to us. All right? And here it says, If you go down, confirming what is with them again. Do you see it? Hey, Amir, what happened?
Yeah, I'm reading.
All right. Does it say confirm what is with them, and this is the translation you like?
Yeah, while it is truth, confirming what is with them.
All right. So what is with us? The Torah and the Gospel 600 years after Jesus. So now I want to ask you, why Muhammad, as long he have the Torah and the Gospel, which is the correct one, 600 years after Jesus, which means all the lies the Muslim they say about Paul is a big fat lie, because by then Paul is dead. All the disciples, they are gone. Why the Muslim lies about Paul and the disciple of Jesus, saying that Paul is the one who corrupted Christianity? If this is 600 years after Christ, the Bible never changed, and the Quran is witnessing for that, which is not accepted witness, because the Quran, all of it, is a fabrication. But as long this is your book, I use it against you.
They say that that there was one cult that was being created called Nasara that was following, that took over the Christianity. The original Christianity was aligned with Islam. That's what is being said.
You see, it's calling clearly the Torah and the Gospel. Same time, as long you are saying there's a cult, it's called Nasara. So do you agree that Nasara should go to hell because they are cult?
Yes, yes. If they disobey God's
what disobey? That's it. Is that they are a cult or not?
If they're cult and they disobey the God's command,
no.
then
Don't
yes.
tell me if, not if. The Nasara. You said to me the Nasara are cult. Are they cult? You confirm that?
Well, some can just be following what their leaders are telling them.
Stop saying to me are they the Nasara, the word Nasara, is it for the Christians or it is for a cult, which is not the Christians? You want to call a friend?
No, my dog, he wants me to take him out. I'll come back later.
You have a dog? Shame on you. Don't you know Allah? Don't you know that Allah, he curse any Muslim he have a dog?
It's not in Quran. Actually, in Quran, one dog actually goes in heaven, according to the story of the cave.
In the Quran, there's a dog will go to heaven?
Yes.
Which verse in the Quran says the dog will go to heaven?
Surah Al-Kahf, about the
I know the chapter of Al-Kahf. Where it says he will go to heaven.
They say that there's one of you. They were counting. They say one is a dog.
I know. We asked the Muslims how many they are. They could not answer. But can you show me where it says the dog will go to heaven?
Can you open the verse?
Which verse?
Hold on.
The verse name is hold on. You Muslims are the fastest fabricators ever. I never saw a Muslim who don't fabricate his own religion. I remember you said the Quran says Allah will take the dog to the heaven.
Okay, read Surah Al-Kahf 22.
It's in the front of you on the screen. And this is a translation you like. Where it says in the verse that Allah will take the dog to heaven.
It's wait.
Wait. What wait? Are you getting the dog?
No, there it says, I'm reading it, and it eventually says that.
Let us see what your sheikh say about that. Do you want to see what your sheikh say about the dog?
Yes, yes, I'm reading that verse to tell you where.
Hold on. Let us play what the sheikh say.
Out of his own good deeds, Allah will erase and deduct.
Hold on. This guy, he's asking if you have a dog, what will happen to you? What will happen if I have a dog? Oh boy.
A dog for hunting or guarding, then each day, out of his own good deeds, Allah will erase and deduct the weight of Mount Uhud of good deeds, of hasanat. A friend of mine, a relative actually, who has a chihuahua.
A Muslim, he have a chihuahua like Muhammad? You cannot have two chihuahua in one religion. Okay.
His house. And so many times we tried, our relatives tried to give him advice, and he said, oh, it's cute, it's lovely, it's this, it's that. So I said to him, listen, do you have enough good deeds every single day that would equal Mount Uhud in hasanat? He said, not even 1/10 of that. I said to him, then in this case, you're in debt. Because every day this is being erased and deducted from your good deeds. And this, my friend, means that you're in real deep trouble.
I really can't hear it. Let me look into YouTube.
Khan, let me say what your prophet, he said, Allah will delete equal deed to the mountains of Hara, or the one close to the Kaaba, every day for having a dog in your home.
Also, it does say
you are in a big trouble.
Well, I think he's he can. I think he's a bad person.
Why do you think? This is what Muhammad said.
Well, in the hadith, I'm pretty sure there is a source indeed that says that angels won't enter in a house that has a dog in it. I'm pretty sure it's in the Sunnah. I have to check the
my friend,
hadith.
why you are jumping in the conversation yet? Did I invite you?
I'm sorry.
All right, please,
sorry.
please, guys. We are talking to Muslims.
Waiting.
I did not say Christians can join us. Did I say that? Don't, admins, don't bring people. I say Christian. Did I say? Obviously, he's a Christian. So we are talking to Abdul. Abdul is coming first. Do you want us to open to close the company? Here we do haircut for Abdul. They come with long hair, they revolt. The only bald person I did not shave his head is Sam Shamoun, and he is not Abdul. The rest, any Abdul you see in the street, he's shaved by Christian Prince. Police be upon him. All right? So Abdul, where Khan he gone? Khan is gone. What the heck? Hey Khan, where do you go, man? You will go to hell now because you had a dog. This is a big shaky shake. Shake. So what? You know, big trouble. You're a relative because you have a dog.
Raise and deduct the.
This is remind me when I was a kid. We have a teacher. Each time I do something bad, she takes some grade from my grade. 5 a grade taken from you. Okay, 10 grade. At the end of the year, I became like minus 10,000. I don't care. Anything I do, okay, minus 10 grade, minus 5 grade. In less than 1 day, I lost all the grade I have made in 10 years, man. So, you know, who care about what you say? But anyway, here, Allah is doing the same. You will lose a grade equal to the Mount of Uhud. It's a huge mountain, brother. Because you have a chihuahua. Brothers and sisters, this is about chihuahua. What if it was like a Doberman? Huh? This is what the Chihuahua can do to you. Do you understand the situation? This is serious business, brothers and sisters. Islam makes sense of a humor. We have to be honest here. All of this is true. If Allah is not a true God, why He will take from your deed because you have a Chihuahua? Because He's a true God. Let us be honest. Look at this. Don't you deserve seriously a serious punishment for having a Chihuahua? Nobody can deny such a thing. Must be a command from the true God. Are you there, Blight? Blight, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
What do you think about the Chihuahua story?
I mean, I'm not seeing it in the Quran or Hadith. I don't see how it's relevant.
I don't understand you. Your voice is cutting. Your voice is bad. It's bad. Fix your microphone, please. So, listen carefully. I am here to warn you. Allah sent me a prophet of Allah. And please, if you can go to heaven if you give me your earring and your bracelet, as Prophet Mohammed said. Blight, are you there? Did you fix it that fast? Did you fix it?
I hear you.
I hear you now. What do you think?
Wait, one second.
How many of you have a dog at home?
Okay, yeah. I hear me further.
So what do you think about having a dog at home?
I mean, in Islam, dogs are haram.
Why? What happened?
What do you mean? Because Allah said so.
That's it. Allah said so. You don't. But give me a reason. What is wrong with the dog?
What? Look, if God says the sky is blue, why does God need to give me any more reason? There might be reasons in the hadith.
First of all, your God never said the sky is blue. He said there's a mountain. He said there's a mountain. It's an Azhar mountain, which is the sky take the color from it, correct?
Look, you're making a totally irrelevant claim. I was given an analogy, so I will be more explicit.
But that analogy is wrong because your God do not even know how the sky and why the sky is blue. So if you are a person who is quoting the wrong God, who don't even know a simple thing about life, don't try to escape it. Guys, did he say, if I say the sky is blue, you are the one who mentioned it, I did not. So now let us go to the blue sky. This is the blue sky.
Okay. We're going off topic. We're going heavily off topic. You asked me.
No. Anything you say to Christian Prince, anything you say to Christian Prince is going to be used against you, including hello. Be careful. Chapter 50, verse number 1.
Okay.
Don't tell me okay. This is haram. This is the language of the kuffar. Okay, what okay?
I said okay.
Listen. So chapter 50, verse number 1. What kind of God? He do not know. He do not know why the sky is blue.
Okay, fair enough. So where is this in the Quran?
It's in front of you. I'm showing you the tafsir. Read with me.
Okay. Now we're going off topic because you see, as a Muslim, I only care about the Quran and Hadith. So now, if the tafsir says something, this tafsir has to reference.
This is a hadith, and this is Ibn Abbas, the cousin of your prophet, a companion and a cousin, and your prophet named him the scholar of the Ummah. So read.
So, but I still need to see the reference for this hadith.
I don't care.
What's this hadith number?
The reference is Tafsir al-Miqbas, Ibn Abbas, chapter 50, verse number 1.
Okay, but if there's tafsir, he still has to reference the hadith. Right now, you're just showing me something that says Ibn Abbas said it.
Just take a hike. I don't have time for kids. So guys, I show him the book. I show him the name. I show him the verse. And then he said to me, give me the reference. What is missing to say, bring me Ibn Abbas. Taridim, taridim. Taridim, taridim. Hello? Can I talk to Ibn Abbas? Christian Prince, I told you don't stop calling me. Zakir, Naik, I don't know. Any number I call you answer. What are you doing in the house of Ibn Abbas? Christian Prince, first of all, I did not tell you the secret. What secret? I am learning Islam from Ibn Abbas. Ibn Abbas, you idiot. This guy is screwed up. He believed the sky in the top of the earth in the top of a whale and blah, blah, blah. I mean, you are learning from, are you serious? Okay, can you ask Ibn Abbas, as long as you are there, is it true that he said that the reason the sky is blue because it's a reflection of a mountain surrounding the earth and it's an Azhar mountain? Christian Prince, I adore you. What Azhar me? Abdul, what? You say assure me. Christian Prince, I said I adore you. Abdul, it cannot say adore. You say assure you. Okay? You want to say assure. Okay, I got it. Christian Prince, you are stupid. I am saying I'm going to adore you that there is an Azhar mountain and it's surrounding overlooking the world. So you confirm that Ibn Abbas, he said that? Exactly. Can you talk to our friend here? He said he want to see the reference. What I would do with Muslims? Are you a kid? Show me the reference. Do you want me to do breastfeeding for you? You ask the Muslims for that. This is not my job. You know, those people are really weird. So are you saying to me this is a lie? So this is the official government website of the King of Jordan, who he claimed he is the grandson of Muhammad. Do you see it? Royal Ahlul Bayt Institute of Islamic Thought, Amman, Jordan. What I would do with the Abdul? I give up. Anyway, going back to the Chihuahua. This guy, he called me, he was excited. In 2 seconds, he was in the bye-bye. I'm not going easy with them, right? I should be more easier. Man, I don't like those Chihuahua. They bark like crazy. You know? Like once I witnessed a fight between a Chihuahua and Doberman. The Chihuahua was going crazy. And the Doberman, like, he's so calm, looking at him like, what the heck is this guy? Hey, what's up? And the Chihuahua, even he flipped. Honest to God, he flipped. It's like doing gymnastic. He's so angry. And the Doberman is like, what does this guy want? You sound like Abdul. Eh? Should I put him in the stage? They get angry from me because I'm showing them their own books, their own website, their own reference. Your God do not even know where the sky color is coming from. As a Muslim, I accept only Quran and Hadith. Well, this is a Hadith. Ibn Abbas is making a Hadith. Don't you know that the Hadith is applying to the companion and Muhammad? And this is the cousin of your Prophet. Not only is the cousin, he is the only one. Muhammad, he prayed that he can explain the Quran. Hadith number. All right. What we can do? What we can do? All of them, they are copy of each other. All right, this guy, he insists he's a Christian when I talk. Okay, let's have him. Go ahead, my friend. And by the way, this is Ibn Kathir too. Are you there?
Hi. Yeah. Miriam.
All right, go ahead.
First of all, sorry for interrupting before. I didn't
No,
mean
no,
to.
no problem, no problem.
Second of all, there is something I will share that is really helpful for Christians. Can you please bring the hadith where Waraka says that where it says that Waraka reads the gospel in Arabic?
You mean
because
Waraqa, he was translating, right?
okay. Sorry, I have to go. Maybe
All right,
tomorrow.
no problem, no problem. All right. Anyway, guys, I think we have a good time today. Did we have a good time? How many chicken we had today? None of them have anything to say. And you need to learn how to debate Muslims. Muslims are sneaky. They try to divert you from your topic. This is why they have one question. Trinity, 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 like monkeys, you know, from branch to branch. Tell us the word Trinity, Trinity, Trinity. Your God is one God, but he is one idiot. Our God is one. And if you cannot understand that, that's your problem, because you are a low IQ. And it doesn't matter how many times we answer them, they will never understand, for they are possessed with the devil. I mean, we show them that the religion is wrong in everything. So what? So what? Trinity, Trinity, Trinity. Demonic possessed. We are the followers of a Christ, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the Holy, the Savior, the Healer, the Resurrector, the Truth, and the Alpha and the Omega and the Life. And your Muhammad is the law of the law, the fraud of the fraud, the lies of lies, and his father is the devil Satan. And the Lord said, from their fruits you shall know them. And the fruits of my Lord is the fruit of God. God is good, so is Jesus. That is my Lord. Who is yours, Muslims? A leg? A God who is a leg? A God you cannot even dare to talk about his feet and his fingers and why he have them? A God you don't dare and you cannot explain him? A God you don't even know what his name means? Because you are a thief. You stole even the name of Allah from other religions, which is pagan. Every name in your book, you do not know the name meaning. For this is what happened to thieves. I hope today we have good news for everybody. And the good news is that Islam is false, and the only one can save you is our Lord, the Savior, the Messiah, who even in the book of the devil, he could not deny that he is alive as we speak. He will come back any moment, any day. He is the judge in the day of judgment. Even the Quran and Muhammad confirmed that. So if he is the judge, you tell me who is God. Judge cannot be judge unless he is absolute justice. Because a human being, when he judge, he make mistakes. He judged by what he knew, and what he knew can be wrong. Witnesses can lie to the judge. Evidence can be fabricated in the front of the judge. But you cannot lie to God. You cannot fabricate justice to God. God is all about just. And that's why Jesus is going to be the judge in the day of judgment. For he is the judge. And judge have to be a person who never commits sin. Not a sinner, a trashy person, junkie like Muhammad. Thank you all for being here. May the Lord bless you. And we say to Muhammad, you came with rockets we send you. Take a beer. See ya.